Beamul Auto Limited, your auto parts store of choice. Your satisfaction is our priority. We sell everything auto except the gas. Visit our stores, 114C Haglipah Road, Kingston, 24 Caledonia Road, Bandiville, 16 Main Street, Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth. Contact us at 876-618-2781. The time by Beamul Auto is 1 p.m.
Praise the Lord and God bless you. This is Archbishop Wayne Jonathan Manning I from Omega Radio. We'd like to inform the listening audience that effective immediately, KLAS Radio is officially Omega Radio now. You are listening to Omega Radio. Tell everybody, the station where Jesus Christ is the star. God and Sports. Sensible. 89 FM, Jamaica. Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody.
Saturday is one of the biggest days for sports, and Omega Sports has got you covered. Kick off your morning with the BBC Sports World for 3 hours of comprehensive roundup of various sports, including the English Premier League, from 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Omega Radio, God and Sports. Sensible.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, greetings and salutations and welcome to another day here on The Sports Desk. And the name is you.
Good afternoon to you listeners. My name is Christopher Zidane Matthews. We go as usual until 4 p.m. this afternoon.
All right, so I know that there's a lot of things to talk about, including basketball. I'll leave that to Zidane. I just want to I have in my possession the letter written by the Cavalier Football Club to the competitions department of the JFF, written to the chairman, Mr. Gregory Daly. Now it's a 16-page letter, and there's no way I'm going to read 16 pages. But I'll read the first paragraph and the last paragraph. The first paragraph state what their grosses are. So here it is in a nutshell. Dear sir, based on recent observations, it has come to our attention that Mount Pleasant Football Academy registered the following Haitian players outside of the Jamaican transfer window and registration periods for new players. Clifford Thomas, February 3, 2025. Exilus Angelo, February 2026. Or February 26, 2025. And Judy Johnson, February 28, 2025. And they named the source Transfer Market, Soccerway.com, and Sofa.score. Sofa.score has no record of the latter two being transferred to Mount Pleasant FA on or before January 31, 2025. So that's the opening paragraph. Now, the last two paragraphs I find quite interesting. Come with me on this now. That. All right. In a nutshell, this is the last two paragraphs. As such, Lordy. When your phone cheap, them things happening to people. But for those of you who do not have this letter at your disposal, it's interesting. I just want to get to the last paragraph. So the first paragraph spelled out the players that they had a problem with, the dates that they played. All right. So here it is now. Considering the above, I'm just going to the last paragraph. Both Mr. Angelo Exilus and Judy Johnson would be registered for both teams. All right, let me just read the paragraph above. This dictates that both players would be registered for both teams at the same time, as the said players would have played for Real Hope February 4 and 11, 2025, and 6 matches for Mount Pleasant between April 10 and 27, 2025, which means both players would have played for two different teams between the transfer window and registration period. The 2024 to 25 season. First window closed on September 6, 2024, and the second on January 31, 2025. And the next transfer window will be for the 2025 to 2026 season, which are the same dates, and as such would contravene that. Concerning the above, both Mr. Exelos and Johnson would be registered for both clubs. This would make them ineligible to play for any team in the world, specifically all matches they have participated in for both JPL and CONCACAF Champions Cup and ting. So that is the girls. They are contending that the players were basically registered to both Real Hope and Mount Pleasant at the same time, and that, in the opinion of Cavalier, contravenes some FIFA statutes. Now, you can make of it what you will.
All right, we go to the first, right or start?
All right, we'll say that.
Yeah, man. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon, Mr. Monsi.
Yes, I want to start with something. Me and my good friend correction with something yesterday, and me surprised how neither you or us no correct him and that. Him say this program is not about winning an argument, but rather education and elevate. While we take at some aspect of the program a lot of times, we learn education and elevate, whatever. But this program, by and large, is about winning an argument, because the worst always say.
That's not the point. But that's not the point he was making, though, Monsi.
I'm finished.
He wasn't really saying that the program is not to win argument. He's saying that you can't come to win argument with misinformation, and then when
that's what many come to. That's what I'm coming to. That me have to say this program I win because people will tell lies if we win an argument on the program, And the worst always start say him Mr. Higgins always say him not come to lose no argument. So the program is about winning argument.
You completely missed the man's point, you say.
Yeah,
the fact that you jump on that, and I don't remember if he said the program was not about winning arguments. He's just saying that the program is also about education, so you can't come with misinformation just to win an argument.
Why I can't remember him saying it's not a winning argument program at all. But I can't remember him saying.
All right,
I can't remember him saying it either.
Make him come and defend himself.
I can't remember him saying that either. Actually.
Well, all right. Well,
I know he was saying that it should not be a program where if you get something wrong, you should be man enough or woman enough.
Yes, I know that. But he also said the program is not about winning an argument. So
I don't remember him saying.
If I lie, me I tell correction, I apologize. But if I true, me I tell the program is about winning an argument too. Because the worst always say
that still wasn't the point. That still wasn't the point he was making.
Yeah.
But do you think? We don't have a rivalry thing I go on still. Do you think?
All right. Yeah. So the next thing we want to touch upon this whole topic. If we mention about man born with talent is not basically sporting thing we're not talking about. But me I look at it from a different angle, Mr. Matthews. Look at it. Most of the things in life where we grow up and do. Don't teach. You basically have to teach.
Or you learn it. One or the other.
Teach or learn.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Teach and learn.
Yeah, man. Most things, yes.
Most things in life what you do.
Yes.
Especially your career.
Yeah, man. You're correct.
I teach. So if we born to do it, why somebody have to teach you? That no one knows.
That's a
if you're born to do it.
No, man, that's a very good question.
Yeah, that me try to find out because even if you're going to put it to sporting talent, Mr. Higgins always say about him talk about country passion. But the Brazilians for football, Mr. Higgins mentioned about the tennis for the Chinese. Most of the big sporting countries, them for the sport what them do well in the nation, is the one where we're most passionate about it.
Yes, so
basically I teach them it,
or it's being played all over the place. So eventually you come on your seat and you watch and you learn, yeah?
And you learn.
Mm-hmm.
So this thing about man born to do this,
it's ridiculous.
I'm not sure about that.
It's ridiculous. Actually.
Because even in the jungle, Mr. Matthews, if you're in Africa, no disrespect to Africa, but even in the jungle, if a bird shooting or whatever them do, you will see the father with his son As soon as the son reach a certain age, you see him with his father, and his father show him how to do this. And then he grow up with it, and then he become the best hunter, the best this or the best that.
Even in track and field, which we can understand the dynamics of sprinting. Even Usain Bolt said that to be coached, you know. Remember one time I said Usain Bolt technically was all over the place with them around, and Glenn is corrected a lot.
Being tall.
So even in the sport that you can give them, you maybe can understand the point in the sport. They still need coaching in them, boss, to help you to get the best out of you as well, you know.
Right.
So if nobody said to Usain Bolt, no man, we are lean back ahead and oh, remember them saying all over the place, can dominate, because him so talented, him dominate in country or the people that are champs. But he went to the international level and they saw him, they realized that listen, you still have a lot to learn. So I'm saying you're right. If he was born to do it, why did anybody have to point out? Listen, you seeing, despite your talent, if you don't change and do it this way, they're gonna beat you. So you're gonna have all the talent in the world, and you're gonna get beaten.
I mean, yeah, the doc yesterday. Me the doc. I mean, yesterday or day before. Mr. Higgins, even if you went there, me the doc, Mr. Higgins. Do you think that the doc couldn't be a doctor, Mr. Higgins, without somebody teaching?
Well, he wouldn't be recognized unless he went to a farm at the institution and get him certified.
No. Recognized. No, I'm not talking about recognized. I'm talking about him knowing what he knows how to whatever do this and do that without somebody teach him.
No.
Yeah, so it is the same thing with sport. It's just that a sporting program we do, so we focus on the sporting program. All right, so the Champions League now, Mr. Matthews, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, both Arsenal and PSG. No, both Arsenal and Barcelona basically find themselves in the same situation. No, not Arsenal and Barcelona. Inter and Barcelona find themselves in the same situation. Arsenal and PSG find themselves in the same situation. I'm going to tell you why. PSG already win them league, right? And Arsenal, Liverpool win the league already. Mm-hmm. So that time now, we are talking about them playing them matches on the weekend now. Inter have a close thing with Napoli for the league in a thing there. And Barcelona and Real Madrid already. How close it is.
It's close in Spain?
Yeah, man, it's very, very close in Spain, man. Very, very close.
Yeah, sure?
Yes, man. Man, it's close, man. You can Google up it yourself, man. I think 2 or 3 points separate them. And not more than 4 separate the two.
It's 4.
Yeah, not more than 4.
5 games to go. That's a little cushion, man. They can fool around weekend.
If you say they can fool around?
Yeah.
Well, we're not really 100% sure about that.
All right, well, go ahead.
But the 2 old guard get beat last night.
Who that?
You two vote them, man.
Oh, LeBron and Messi. But remember, I don't really follow up the where Messi gone.
Yeah, fair enough.
Somebody Messi posted somewhere and I realized that the game was on. Yeah, I was keen on the basketball.
Yeah, man, he get smashed out and you won't go.
Mm-hmm.
But Ant-Man really alone he should show you that.
Well, Ant-Man was horrible last night. Ant-Man was really poor last night.
Yeah, probably the poorest game ever seen.
Yeah, man. The man has some mysteries left, right, and center. Like he must say, LeBron and Luka, no win that game, man.
Well, I know.
At one point, 0 for 10 from 3.
That is one of the reasons why I rate you two gentlemen in terms of sports analysis, because I always tell people about when them talk about one man win this,
exactly.
One man win that, You see how the team closed out. Man was a no-show last night.
Yes, indeed.
Right? And leave it there.
All right. Big up yourself, Montel. Big up. I will take our first break. We're coming back for more.
Clear your barrels and personal shipments with ease and convenience. Request a customs contactless clearance today through CCP at jca.gov.jm. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
1:15.
Saturday is one of the biggest days for sports, and Omega Sports has got you covered. Kick off your morning with the BBC Sports World for 3 hours of comprehensive roundup of various sports, including the English Premier League from 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Omega Radio, God and Sports. Sensible.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we're back online. We're back online. Obviously, I'll start. We go back. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Orville and Zidane.
Dr. Watson there.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Yeah, good
I'm back
afternoon.
again a little more on the talent argument.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you see, one of the reasons why people differentiate themselves from each other is the rate at which people learn.
Yes.
And you learn far easier the younger you are. So that is the reason why, for example, you want to get people involved in their sport very, very early, just like how you don't want to get them involved in their schoolwork very early. It's easier to lay the foundations with a younger brain and a less developed brain. There's a concept they call neuroplasticity, which basically measures the ease with which someone learns. But it also includes more than that, because, for example, when someone is learning a sport, for example, or learning anything, the process of learning whatever you're learning imposes changes on the brain.
You're saying all this to say what, though, Doc? I hear the medical terms, and what argument are you defending or proposing?
Just allow me. That is one of the reasons why, for example, some people learn more quickly and they might appear, as people would say, to be more talented.
Okay.
But I think where the problem lies in this conversation is that people confound the word talent with skill. So, for example, when we describe Brian Lara, we should say that Brian Lara is a very skilled batsman instead of purely saying he's a talented batsman.
No, Doc, but Doc, they agree that Brian Lara is skilled, but they are saying he was born with that ability to be skilled.
Yeah.
So they are not denying that.
But you know I don't agree with that.
No. I'm just saying that you are saying that they should replace the word talent for skill. But either of those words you use, they think Brian was born with that. That's the point.
But I'm not even addressing that because I think I've already done away with that conversation that people are born with the skills they call talent.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
One of the things I want to say now, for example, is that it would be a mistake for parents not to concentrate on laying foundation when it comes to academic for their kids, because it's much harder to lay that foundation when people get older. Just like language, kids learn language far more easily than adults do, because kids can generally learn a language almost perfectly from just listening to other people speak the language, while older people will have to marry sometime, be in a structured class and things like that, because their brains don't function the same way. The brain don't learn things as quickly as something. Let
me just comment on that. The reason why it's easier for children to learn languages is not necessarily because of the capacity of their brain, although you do have a point. It's the fact that they are starting from scratch. You and I who already...
It's because learning is caused by what they call neuroplasticity.
No, man, but the point is simpler than that.
And it is guided by the presence of a factor they call the brain.
Oh, God, Doc, you're getting too medical,
neurotropic factor.
You and I already...
And those are the reasons.
You and I already speak English, so we understand the quote-unquote rules of English. To now learn German, the fact that we already have a language makes it difficult to now master another language.
No, but
and that is an advantage that a child has. He comes into the world.
If you take a child who already knows Spanish and immerse them in a country where they only speak English,
You will learn.
They will learn English more quickly than the adulthood.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
No, well, you don't have to agree.
No.
Again, you specialize in language, you don't specialize in science.
What says
what
that
we are
a child
talking
at
about-
6 must learn a language quicker
This
than
is
me?
some very deep science, you know, eh?
And I don't necessarily agree.
Go ahead.
But go on. I don't want to sidetrack.
So you see, the thing is that so it's important while we consider them developing the kids at sport and exposing them early, that we have to make sure that in that process we don't sacrifice their academic, their ability to lay a proper foundation for academic. So we have to find programs that address both needs simultaneously. That's really what I want to say, and it's important because as I was saying now.
All right.
For example, somebody who dance, for example, let's say Usain Bolt, the part of his brain, because this is what neuroplasticity does, and that is why people who train more generally are better, because the process of training will not only reinforce the connections that make you better at your sport, but it also strengthens the area in your brain that control those activities. So, for example, a ballerina would have a strengthening of the areas that has to do with her legs and dancing, as opposed to somebody who does it in another area. For example, learning cricket, and that might be one of these reasons why these Indian kids are coming out so good, so young, because we all know that they expose these kids very young to their sports, just like how the Eastern Europeans used to expose their kids very young to gymnastics, because there are advantages. The process of training imposes changes on your brain that make you better, and these changes occur more easily in a younger brain than in an older brain.
All right, Doc. Big up. Leaving it there.
All right, cool. Yeah, man.
That giving us the medical part of the thing, you know. That being a doc. Obviously, now, Astar. We go back online. Hello.
Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Well, I mean, I have the plastic part of my brain, because I try anymore, I'm stretching me confused.
And
I wanted to ask him
I'm going to insert piece of that plastic then on my brain.
I wanted to ask him some questions, but I don't want him to think I'm trying to derail him. So what I mean?
Yeah, you need to start paying me copyright infringement using that word so often. That's what you need to do.
Okay. All right.
You heard? Zidane.
Yes, sir, God.
Let me ask you an Orville question. You guys are both lifetime sports fans, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, me ask you this. Ever in your life, all around the life in Jamaica, you ever hear the head of any sporting body in Jamaica or regionally come out and say, hey, folks, listen. Unprompted to come out and say, hey, folks, listen. We have just made some record profits, enough to clear our debts, and it will set us in good standing for the next 24 months when there is no major income coming in like that of that level. Have you ever known of any sporting head of any association to that from you know yourself, Harvey?
Locally, can't remember. Locally, no.
Good.
Right.
So when a man like Chris Deering does that, right?
What did he do?
What he has, what?
What did Chris Deering do?
I told you yesterday. That's why I must read more. The article is in the Jamaica Observer yesterday. He came out and he said Cricket West Indies benefited $88 million from the Cricket World Cup, right? And they were able to clear all their debts, right? And it sets them up in good financial standing for the next 24 months, this year and next year, when they have no major income stream revenues of that magnitude coming in. You dig?
All right.
And I thought, like when you have the link to him, why you don't bring him on? A man like that needs to be heard more, brother.
Okay.
Big up yourself, Mr. Deer, and again, I salute you, humble servant. If you ever need a servant in the streets, I am here, willing to assist. It's leaders like those I like. So if a man have a problem with me, you don't like leaders like those, Orville?
Yes, man.
Good. So what do you call her name? Lie? What do you call her name? Lie? What do you call me on about?
Liney.
Huh?
Liney.
Oh, I missed the end. I thought it was Lie.
Okay.
Okay, I missed the end.
You notice when you ask questions of us, we don't think you're trying to derail us. We answer them.
And I have
So,
a question
Orville.
for you today, Garvey.
No, I'm just
So,
asking.
Orville.
You see how easy it is to ask
Yeah,
us
man.
questions
Me
and
too
mistake, huh?
confused, Zidane. Yeah, man. So, Orville, would you like a leader like that or a leader who makes you promises and don't follow through?
We want good leaders.
Okay.
So that's
What
your
to the $100 million promise to the cricket?
so that's your third question to me. You notice how calm I answered.
No, me ask you. Any word on the $100 million promise?
No, but actually I was at Savannah Park a while ago, you know, where the minister was as well.
And
I'm going to get on the not the minister, but there's the JFF, the JCA today handed over cricket gear to about 20 odd schools this morning.
Okay.
Very interesting program. The Dean of Discipline, Donna Merlin Patty, is using cricket to modify the behavior of students, not just to teach them the game, but to help teach them discipline and things. And she said the program works so well that 20 other schools want to adopt it. I'll probably call her later. Feel like a 5-minute chat. Yeah.
All right. Quickly.
I had to leave before the minister because of the show.
Let me ask you a question, Orville.
You realize that this is the 5th question you're going to ask.
Yeah, we are reason. What evidence have you provided to prove that a goalkeeper's error is far more consequential than a QB's error?
What evidence have I provided?
Yeah.
I think I've asked the right questions. I think both Zidane and I asked the right questions. That a goal.
What is the question?
A goal is harder to score than a touchdown.
And what metric do you use to say that?
Less goals are scored in the average football game than points in NFL.
No. Touchdowns, Orville. Touchdown. The worst thing.
No, man, points. All right.
No. Orville.
No. You notice me? Hold on. You notice you allow me 5 questions and I stayed calm?
Yes, you said the dead coming.
I am saying it is easier to score in NFL than in football.
You disagree with that, guy?
Is it easier to score touchdowns than goals? Remember, Zidane, theoretically, when a team kicks off in the NFL, the ball is at the 30-yard line.
No, but
so if you hold on, Zidane, so if you had a kicker with a leg strong enough and could kick a 80-yard, you can kick. Hold on, Zidane, so you can theoretically kick.
But
from where the ball starts and get 3 points. Just listen, man.
Yeah, so why you don't want to listen?
We're talking. What we're comparing here.
No, stop, no, man. No.
That is not the argument. The argument is not which sport is more difficult to score in.
It was nice talking to you.
Yeah. You see,
Yes, I know that.
Just take a kill, man. You're not ready, Arville. You're not that bright. Just know that. You're not too bright.
All right,
I mean, I call tomorrow.
Yes.
Embarrass you again.
Yes.
No, guys, but just
get me out of the show. You're embarrassing.
All right, people. It was nice talking to you.
Big up yourself, Garvey, because you don't want to allow questions as you.
You notice what I said, people? I allowed Garvey to ask 5 questions. I took them all calmly. The minute you start to ask Garvey anything or to try to counter, he loses his cool, gets flustered, cuss you off, say you had this and you had that. Garvey is a joker. Box office, but not very good at constructing arguments. And the whole I don't know that. Anyway, we move on. Yeah. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Are we take the break?
Oh, we have just met, right?
Oh,
yes. So we take the break. We're coming back.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolios. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
Praise the Lord. Greetings and salutations to all of our wonderful, wonderful friends all over Jamaica. Listen, this is Dr. John Wayne Manning from Omega Church and Omega Radio. It has always been my dream to establish community work here in Jamaica. Television, church, humanitarian work here in Jamaica. And as you know, we have been doing the radio since 2020. 2022. The time has come that we're calling all helper, kingdom-minded citizens, putting together this team in Jamaica. We're looking for helpers, kingdom-minded helpers, from hospitality, humanitarian, administration, coordination, media, for television and radio production. If you're looking for more and you'd like to be a part of this team from Omega Center, Jamaica, I'd like you to give me a call. 876-204-9356. If you'd like to do more, serve more. This is for serious leaders that really, really want to make an impact in the life of our fellow Jamaicans for the Lord Jesus Christ. Text me at that line, and a member of my US team or European team will reach out back to you. Thank you, and God bless you. I hope you're ready to serve. Text me at 876-204-9356. A member of my team will reach out to you expeditiously to expedite this help. Omega Center Jamaica, local team invitation. Be a part of it. Let's change Jamaica and make Jamaica great again.
Down on my knees, I've learned to stay.
Just Bet! It's now time for Just Bet Winner's Edge, where we take a look at some of the top sporting events and betting odds on the Just Bet sports betting program and show you how to bet and win big with Just Bet. Sponsored by Just Bet, Jamaica's #1 sports betting game, from Supreme Ventures, offering the best betting odds and the fastest payouts on the market. Just Bet, your game, your passion.
Just Bet!
All right, time for Just Bet, and we have the legendary Jesse Blake in the house. Hi, Jesse.
Hey, Orville, how you doing?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad at all.
Good stuff, man. Very good stuff. We're here, my friend.
So we get straight into it then, and we go to the German Bundesliga. RB Leipzig will be hosting Bayern Munich. Which side are you on?
All right, I'll tell you in just a moment. RB Leipzig, that's right. We'll be hosting Bayern Munich this Saturday, 8:30 in the morning, Jamaica time. Champions-elect Bayern Munich, the league's highest scorers, 90 goals, have scored 5 goals in a book 5 times this season, conceding the fewest goals as well with 29. Now, Leipzig, they boast a league-high 14 clean sheets this season, but have let 14 points slip from winning positions this time around, or this term, with a league-high 10 drawn results holding them back as well. Well, the reverse fixture finished 5-1 in Bayern Munich's favor, and Bayern may just clinch their 34th German championship, despite the absence of star striker Harry Kane in this game. And according to the Just Bet final result bet option, which is a simple, straight-up basic option offering odds on each team to win and odds on the draw, Bayern Munich is favored to clinch their 34th German championship. By winning this game, they're the favorite at $1.63. Leipzig come in at $4.20, and the draw attracts odds of $4.33. Now, of course, the final result bet option is one of a multiple of betting options that we have available for you at Just Bet. When you visit justbetja.com, when you visit the Just Bet app, the Supreme Games app, supremegames.com, or you pop into one of our over 100 Just Bet locations island-wide, you can take advantage of the many betting options that we have available. And of course, we want to tell you about one that gives you possibly the best return for your betting dollar, which is the Just Bet Correct Score betting option. And for those who don't know how it works, can you predict the score of a game? And that's a correct score at the end of regulation and stoppage time. If you can do that, it can pay off very well for you. And you can place a bet on virtually any scoreline that you think is the correct score for each and every football game. For RB Leipzig hosting Bayern Munich this Saturday, 8:30 in the morning Jamaica time. Take advantage of the many correct score bets that are available, and those include if it is that Leipzig wins by 2-1, a $500 bet paid $7,500 in winnings. RB Leipzig 1-0 pays $10,500 in winnings with a $500 bet. Leipzig 3-2, $13,000 on offer with a $500 bet. Bayern Munich by 2-0 would pay $6,000 in winnings with a $500 bet. Bayern Munich 3-0, $8,000 to the good with a $500 wager. Bayern Munich by 4-2 in this game would pay you $13,000 in winnings with a $500 bet. Bayern on the road, no Harry Kane. Leipzig trying to play for one of those Champions League spots. Liking the 2-all draw in this one. $6,500 on offer with a $500 bet. I think Bayern will have to wait a little longer to celebrate. Taking the draw at $4.33.
Not going with you this time, my good man. I think that Bayern Munich will have too much firepower if they're really serious against an RB Leipzig team that is not of their quality generally and not playing as well as they are this season. So for me, Bayern Munich should go into enemy territory and win 2-1.
Bayern Munich, 2-1, $5,000 on offer with a $500 bet.
All right, and back in England, Chelsea will welcome champions-elect Liverpool this Sunday. Talk to us about
that. Right. Yep, that's right. And here it is that Chelsea and Liverpool, two teams that approached this season with a new outlook and prominent signs of change. But as the season progressed, we all know the exploits of Liverpool, displaying a dominant all-out force, clinching their title, and back to being possibly one of the most successful football clubs in English league glory. Chelsea, on the other hand, started brightly but fizzled out. Their form towards the end of the 2024 year, yet maintaining their European stride in the Conference League. They now play in the semi-finals of the Conference League against Djurgården from Sweden. But they have a lot to play for in this match against Liverpool. Chelsea still striving to hold on to one of those European spots. Chelsea opening Stamford Bridge Sunday to host Liverpool. Chelsea is favored to win the game at $2.12. The Reds of Liverpool, the underdog, $3.10. And the draw attracts odds of $3.50. Well, folks, do remember that correct score betting allows you to maximize on your winning potential. And I'm sure that's what all bettors are looking for, to make the most money for their betting buck. And Chelsea hosting Liverpool this Sunday is no different. Of course, lots of correct score bets that you can exploit, capitalize, and take advantage of. And those correct score bets include, if it is Chelsea by a 0-0, $5,500 in winnings with a $500 bet. Chelsea 2-0, $6,500 in winnings with a $500 wager. Chelsea 3-1, $7,500 in winnings with a $500 bet. Liverpool 2-1, a $500 bet will pay $6,500 in winnings. If it's Liverpool 3-1, a $500 bet pays $10,500 in winnings. Liverpool winning in a 5-goal thriller by a correct score of 3-2 would pay $13,000 in winnings with a $500 wager. Boy, Chelsea have a lot to play for at home in front of their fans. Liverpool may not put their A team out there. Chelsea 2-1, $6,000 even with a $500 bet. Chelsea $2.12 straight up.
Yeah, like you, I think Liverpool have no need really to be going all out. So I don't expect Liverpool to either come at full strength or to play at full throttle. Chelsea winning at home by the Bob Marley is where I would wager, were I to somehow miraculously find some money from somewhere.
All right. Figure the Bob Marley would work as well.
Right.
Chelsea, One Love, would pay $5,500 in winnings with a $500 bet.
All righty, then we go over to the Italian Serie A where Juventus plays at Bologna. Talk to us about that.
All right, this one takes place Sunday at 1:45 in the afternoon, Jamaica time. and it's a battle for one of those automatic Champions League qualifying spots. It is the Old Lady of Juventus, currently fourth in the standings, taking on Bologna, fifth in the standings. Juventus on 62 points. Bologna only a point behind on 61 points. Well, no fresh injuries to worry about for Bologna, but both Emile Holm and Dan Ndoye remain in the treatment room. The Bianconeri in Juventus, on the other hand, aim to build on a routine 2-0 win that they had over rock bottom Monza, but they'll have to do it without suspended midfielder Keenan Yildiz. Now, both Juventus and Bologna have been impressive at the back of late, so this might be a dogged defensive showdown. And according to the Just Bet final result bet option, it's Bologna that's favored to win at $2.36. Juventus come in at $3.10. The draw in this encounter attracts odds of $3 even. Lots of correct score bets that you can place for this game as well. We have a pro tip for you. However, the correct score bets that you can exploit include, if it is Bologna, by a goal to nil, a $500 bet would pay $3,330 in winnings. Bologna, 2 goals to 1, a $500 bet would pay $5,000 in winnings. Bologna, 2-0, a $500 bet would pay $5,500 in winnings. For the Old Lady, Juventus, correct score bets include, they win by a goal to nil, a $500 bet would pay $4,500 in winnings. Do remember that you can bet on a draw as a correct score bet. If this game ends in a 1-all draw, a $500 bet would pay $2,750 in winnings. If the game ends in a 2-all draw, a $500 bet pays $8,500 in winnings. Pro tip time, because we know that there are some of our customers that bet big dollars on a particular game or two. Now, for Bologna versus Juventus this Sunday at 1:45 in the afternoon Jamaica time, here's a pro tip for you. So you have, for the big bettors out there, $10,000. Bologna to win the game, and both teams score, and the total amount of goals is 3 goals or more. So that's Bologna winning, both teams would score, and the combined amount of goals is 3 goals or more between both teams. You bet on that with $10,000, you'd win $50,000. Also, because we threw out the 1-all draw and the 2-all draw correct score bets a while ago, if the match is drawn and both teams score, if you have $10,000, you bet on the match being drawn and both teams scoring. So a 1-all draw, 2-all draw, 3-all draw. Well, with $10,000, you can win a cool $45,000 in winnings. That's pro tip, a pro tip for you for this week's edition or this Thursday's edition of the Winner's Edge. For me, though, back to the game. A 1-all draw, $2,750 in winnings with a $500 bet. I think this game peters out to a draw at $3 even, straight up.
Exactly where I was going. 1-1 for me as well, Mr. Better.
Yes, sir. A 1-all draw in this game, $2,750 in winnings with a $500 bet.
All right, sir, just take us to the break.
All right. Remember that team that you never know nothing about. Remember them playing this afternoon. That is out of Norway.
Yes.
Bodo Glimt. Yes, Bodo Glimt out of Norway will be taking on Tottenham Hotspur Europa League action at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's about 15 minutes away from now. Tottenham Hotspur at home are favored to win $1.26. Bodo Glimt, $9.50, and the draw at $5.75. Athletic Bilbao will also be taking on Manchester United in the second semi-final. And by the way, this is the first of 2 legs for both semi-finals. So Athletic Bilbao are in Spain. They're at home and are favored to win at $2.22. Manchester United to win at $3.33. And the draw attracts odds of make it $3.14. So here's the thing. We have a betting option for our football games called 1 minute. When you click on the particular game that you want to bet on, you'll see it blinking in red. 1 minute. And that simply means what will happen in the next minute. Yeah? So for a goal to happen in the first minute of the Athletic Bilbao Manchester United game, a goal to score, $15. Odds are booking at $11. And so take advantage of the 1 minute bet. Of course, what will happen within the next minute, which is a minute to 1 minute and 59 seconds, and you have 2 minutes to 2 minutes and 59 seconds. You have the 1 minute option. Of course, remember, you can bet on the first half of the game, the second half of the game. You can bet on player specials, the line of goals in terms of a number of players that will play for both teams. You can bet on that, who will score at any time, who will be the first and last to score. So there are a whole lot of betting options available for you for your football. And remember, NBA playoffs, boy, oh boy, the Lakers in 5, but the wrong way. Lakers in 5, they got kicked out of the NBA playoffs last night. My team's out. But a lot of bets available for the NBA playoffs. A lot of tennis being played right now. The Madrid Open is on in earnest. And of course, we do have a whole lot of sports that you can take advantage of, especially those electronic games. And of course, this summer will be big with athletics and much more. Make it justbetja.com, supremegames.com, the Supreme Ventures gaming app, or pop into one of our over 100 JustBet locations island-wide. We look forward to serving you. Of course, Orville, to you, your team, and the listeners from all of us at JustBet. Stay safe, enjoy the games, have a great weekend, and catch you guys next week.
All right, Sir Jesse Blake, thank you very much. And with that, we take a break. More to come on the other side.
That was the Just Bet Winner's Edge, sponsored by Just Bet, Jamaica's #1 sports betting game from Supreme Ventures, offering the best betting odds and the fastest payouts on the market. Just Bet, your game, your passion. For more information, visit justbetja.com.
Saturday is one of the biggest days for sports, and Omega Sports has got you covered. Kick off your morning with the BBC Sports World for 3 hours of comprehensive roundup of various sports, including the English Premier League, from 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Omega Radio, God and Sports. Sensible.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
Your Saturday afternoon has gotten better. Omega Radio Sports, 1 to 4 p.m. We give you updates, previews, reviews, and in-depth sports discussions. Our knowledgeable hosts and guests will have you glued to your radio with the latest sports topics and engaging conversations as we navigate the sporting landscape to keep you on top of things. That's Omega Radio Sports, Saturdays 1 to 4 p.m. Don't miss it. Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody. Omega Radio Sports is sponsored by Omega Radio Network. To sponsor this program, you can contact us at
876-204-9356.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we're back, and the numbers are 615-2841 or 676-6968. So the calls are coming in steadily. We go to another one. Hello.
Hey guys, how y'all doing? Dangerous in 5.
Yeah, good afternoon, Dwight.
All right, cool. Y'all good?
Yeah, man.
Are you gonna misquote me today?
Orville, nobody is misquoting.
All right.
This is something that is not backed up by what Dwight Chatu said. This is something that G-Star confirmed. This is something that Gavi confirmed. This is something that other people have confirmed. Even people in WhatsApp group. You're a flip-flopper, Orville, so we don't need to go through that.
Right.
But watch here. Let me focus a bit on Zidane, because you get too much beat. Me come back to you later in that program. See?
All right.
Zidane.
Yes, sir.
Listen to me, Zidane. I will say this over and over again. The whole who is the most important person in association football is a debate that I noticed that you guys deliberately skew it to try to suit your interests. No reasonable person who watches football, who is a fan of the sport, or even practices within the sport, believes what you are saying. Then, if you want to go extreme and you want to talk about games which are not typical football games and tell us that the goalkeeper is a 5-year-old and don't know anything about the sport, and if a ball comes straight to him, he's gonna miss it, then I tell you a million times that you're right. But nobody argues sport like that. In a typical game of football, goalkeeper is not the most important. And what's worse is coaches don't agree with you, which is why they're scouting the lines with what
you want me to find a coach. You want me to find a coach who says exactly the same thing, that the goalkeeper position is the most important.
Did I say a coach?
What you say? You said coaches. So, but that means
coaches.
What
no. When somebody said coach, no, wait, sir. When somebody says coaches, it's normally meant to be a general.
So you're saying only one coach agrees with us?
So similar when we say people. Okay?
All right, find me one coach that will tell me that the goalkeeping position is not the most important position. Find me
and
one.
It comes out.
Yeah, man. Find one.
Hold on to do it, man. Just find me a coach.
Hello?
Find me a coach.
Oh, you mean like? Oh, you want me to call the phone call now and go and find a coach?
No,
because I'm not gonna do that.
I give you till next week. Find me a coach
who will
argue.
Hold on, so let me continue.
Man, let me sum you.
Let me
Dwight.
No, Orville.
Dwight,
I'm not gonna do it now.
No, man.
Orville, I'm not gonna do it now, and I'm not gonna do it next week.
Dwight, you are not the host of the program.
Orville, you can talk. I'm not gonna do it now, and I'm not gonna do it next week.
Well, don't make the point if you're not.
So say what you're saying, but I'm not doing it.
Lord Jesus, Dwight.
So don't make the point then.
Don't make the point if
Lord Jesus, Orville,
you can't.
What are you going to do? You're going to stop it. You're going to interrupt the point to ask me to do something.
I agree because you're making that point.
You are saying that.
Go ahead and make your point.
But if you never interrupt me, I make the point. You said that coaches agree, don't agree with the position. I don't believe that any sensible coach would disagree with me. So may I say, since you depend on next side, find me these coaches.
Yes.
That's all me ask.
Okay, so I'm going to repeat. I'm not going to do it.
Yep. So why are you using it as a point
Orville,
when there's no evidence of it?
Orville, you got your chance to
I think you're dishonest. Dwight, I think you're very dishonest. If you're going to use this as a point of reference, that listen, coaches don't agree, then get even one coach.
There you go. And if you can't get the coaches, it means that you're just talking.
You're just talking.
You're just talking for taxi.
Yeah.
You don't disagree with Orville. That's what you do. No sensible coach would disagree.
So 200 now?
Yeah, man, your time.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm not doing it. Coaches don't agree with you. It doesn't come out in the valuation and the scouting that coaches do. The industry as a whole don't agree with you in terms of the valuation that's attached to goalkeeper and coaches. And these valuation is largely influenced by importance.
We're not talking about goalkeepers in
valuation.
We're talking about the goalkeeping position. And clearly you're not smart enough to understand it.
You're struggling, Chateau.
No, what are you talking about?
You are talking about
Explain that point, Orville. Explain that point.
Because the argument is not about whether the goalkeeper is your most important player. The argument is whether the goalkeeping position is your most important position. You don't seem to be able to understand the difference.
Go down that rabbit hole.
That's always been the argument, though.
So you're saying, no, let's go down that rabbit hole. So you're saying it's the most important position. But generally throughout the history of football, we rarely find a situation where the goalkeeper is valued above other positions.
The goalkeeper is always valued above.
Even though we see that amazing anomaly, you're saying they're still the most important. Even though in the history
I never
of the
said
sport,
that, my boss.
generally speaking, across industry, the valuation do align with what you're saying.
The valuation of goalkeepers, not the goalkeeping position.
Yes,
understand
the position of
no, man,
goalkeeper.
tell me a valuation of goalkeeping position that you have seen.
The average of all the goalkeepers who have held the position.
No, that is not.
What do you mean, no? What do you mean, no?
Telling me what a goalkeeper values does not tell me what the position values.
If I use the average valuation of the different goalkeepers who have had the position.
No, that don't tell me the,
Orville.
that don't
I'm
tell me the
asking you a
value of them
question.
position.
I am asking you a question, sir.
Yeah.
I am saying if I use the average valuation of different goalkeepers who have held the position and the same for others, you're saying that doesn't give an idea of the valuation of the position?
None at all. None
rubbish
at all.
at all. But hey, you have your opinion. I have my opinion. I disagree with you. I think you're talking rubbish.
I think.
But you're entitled to that.
Yeah.
You are entitled to talk that rubbish.
Yeah, man.
Let's move on.
Yes.
Okay? So, just to show that the positions are ridiculous, where Zidane now come up with few new things. Other players are more influential, but the goalkeeper is more important. I mean, I Zidane a simple thing yesterday.
Again, not the position. You keep saying the goalkeeper.
Oh, okay, yeah, man. We don't know me. We're at position. So we are Zidane now trying to shift and he's saying there are other positions which are more influential, but the goalkeeper is more important. So that's Zidane a simple thing.
Position.
How position, man? Mr. Zidane, how do you get a situation where something is more important, but something else is more influential? How do you arrive by that, Zidane? Give me an example of that, Zidane. And when you give us an example, use the same data set.
Chateau, I'm different from Orville. I'm not into coming here and saying the same thing I said yet. You asked me this question and I gave you an example. You tried to.
Said your example is flawed.
And I'm saying so.
Hear my point.
Yeah, but you
hear my point.
Didn't you make the point?
Listen to my point.
Do I chat too? But didn't
listen to my point
no,
first.
But hold on. In 5 minutes up, people.
Yeah, man. Man,
I'm very.
But why
no, because I'm not going to go over the same thing I said yesterday. I said it to you yesterday. I say you disagree.
I understand that, but can I make a point, Zidane?
Go ahead, but I'm saying I made the point already yesterday.
Let me hear you. You cannot use something like society and life because those things are made up of different things.
All right, you said this yesterday.
So for example, within a society, you have stuff like social behavior, and you have something like the enforcement of laws. Those are things that make up a society. Vibes Cartel, for example, is more influential in social behavior than Brian Sykes. He's also more important than Brian Sykes in influencing social trends and social behavior. All right? When it comes down to the enforcement of law, which is another aspect of your life, there's no way any sensible person can tell me that Vibes Cartel is more influential than Brian Sykes.
You're not making
That's what we said. The example that you use is flawed.
You're not making any sense.
One last thing. Oh, okay. You disagree, but you know other people who understand.
I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody who would understand and agrees what you say.
Orville.
Yes.
Orville, you there?
Yeah, man.
Yesterday, me hear you saying something.
That you're disagreeing with, right?
People that the bowler is not a feeling position, and I'm reading straight here from Google AI. Does the bowler have a fielding position in cricket? Yes, the bowler also has a fielding position in cricket. After delivering the ball, the bowler typically fields near silly mid on or silly mid off.
What's the name of the fielding position? What's the name?
Sir.
What's the name of the fielding position that the bowler occupies?
Go again?
What's the name of the fielding position for the bowler?
I'm going to go again. Let me read it slowly for you. Yes, the bowler also has a fielding position in cricket. After delivering the ball, the bowler typically fields near silly mid on or silly mid off.
Then after delivering the ball, him go to one next. No man, my time for that.
The bowler also has a fielding position.
So when the bowler done bowl, he goes to a fielding position.
Orville, you're wrong.
Do I later, yeah, man.
Orville.
Look more, my friend. Yes.
Orville,
later.
you are wrong.
Big man,
you are wrong. You're wrong.
Give me an next.
All right.
Okay, all right. Big man, talk again, all right?
Yes, indeed.
Respect.
After the bowler bowl, him got to slim it down. That means the bowler position and no. Listen to what Dwight is saying, people. The bowler bowls, then goes to slim it down. And by doing that, he's telling me that the bowler is a fielding position. You know, said Dwight is a fool no fault, you know. I don't have this man as call out here, you know. And God help us, you know. Dwight is defending that the bowler has a fielding position. And his way of demonstrating that is to say, after I'm done bowl, he got silly me down. Or silly me down. How is that telling me that the bowler is a feeling position. This guy's crazy when I'm ready.
Still the off is the position.
Then that is the feeling position. So when you're done bowling, you go to a feeling position, but bowling is not a feeling position. And the man just think if it makes sense. First hour has come and gone, we'll be back.
Saturday is one of the biggest days for sports, and Omega Sports has got you covered. Kick off your morning with the BBC Sports World for 3 hours of comprehensive roundup of various sports, including the English Premier League, from 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Omega Radio, God and Sports. Sensible.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
Your Saturday afternoon has gotten better. Omega Radio Sports, 1 to 4 p.m. We give you updates, previews, reviews, and in-depth sports discussions. Our knowledgeable hosts and guests will have you glued to your radio with and engaging conversations as we navigate the sporting landscape to keep you on top of things. That's Omega Radio Sports, Saturdays 1 to 4 p.m. Don't miss it. Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody. Omega Radio Sports is sponsored by Omega Radio Network. To sponsor this program, you can contact us at
876-204-9356.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
We're coming to the music, but God knows me have to take on to it. Very few people talk crap with the kind of grammatical perfection that Dwight does it. I know one or two others. Speaks rubbish with proper syntax and pronunciation. Now the guy is saying that a bowler, the bowling is a feeling position, or the bowler occupies a feeling position. And his way of telling us that is that when the bowler done bowl, him go silly me down. Or silly me down. Chances are there's already a silly me down and a silly me down, by the way. But the bowler, how does that make any sense? In order to tell me that the bowler occupies a feeling position, you have to tell me about another position that he runs to. The argument is not whether the bowler eventually ends up at another feeling position. The argument is whether the bowler or occupies a feeling position in the act of bowling. Because clearly, after I'm done bowling, he can find himself a mid-off, and if you lick the ball to mid-down, he can run a mid-down. But that's not the argument, though. You try too hard to be intelligent, my boss, and overcomplicate simple things. Anyway, first selection brought to you by Edge Campaigns for People Who Dream in Color. This one is from Nitty Kochi and Buju Banton. It's called Lord, I Thank You.
You could ask a million things, a thanks we give. Oh Lord God Almighty, our strength and Redeemer. Glory and mercy upon the children of men. All the days of my life. Nitty Kochi and Buju. Lord, I thank you for life. Yes, I thank you for my blessings. And I thank you for each and every day. I thank you for good friends. And I pray that they'll be there to the end. Even my enemies, bless them eternally. Oh, my Lord. Sure. You You be your strongest warriors, the hardest fight. Angel protection, left and right. Don't be gun silence, every voice. Now a evil I run up, but we want the right. So me pray for the man with the long gun, pray for the rum tongue, pray for me people the right. Lost off me pants and go down on me knee, pray till me heart full and rejoice. Father, we thank you for health, thank you for life, thank you 'cause we can't see the light. Father, we ask and pray for guidance and protection, keep we in the right. 'Cause we know these are the days that war prophesy where wicked shall rule more low and high, but we can't speak ears upon the most high. Here I will we pray and cry. I know that prayer has got more power than any weapon, even the gun. I am a soldier, you're my commander, let thy will be done. With all my heart I believe it in you. You heard me crying whenever I do. You gave me hope, you gave assurance, you touched my soul, you touched my soul. Lord, I thank you for life. Yes, I thank you for my blessings. And I thank you for each and every day. I thank you for good friends, and I pray that you'll be there to the end. Even my enemies, bless them eternally. Oh, my Lord. Psalm 27 say the Lord and me light and me salvation. None of them me no fear. Me love the Lord thy God with all of my heart. Deuteronomy tell me that clear. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, me no afraid of nobody out there. 22 Psalms me shout it everywhere. Lord is my shepherd, me don't have no fear. Leviticus tell them to beware. Come out of the darkness, step in the clear. Judgment a come, so you better prepare. Call the people, them far and near. Tell them already, me I want them here. Satan no fight spiritual warfare. Draw from the Bible, cut and clear. Father God appear. You be your strongest warriors, the hardest fight. Angel protection, left and right. Don't be gun silence, every voice. Now a evil I run up, but we want the right. So me pray for the man with the long gun, pray for the rum tongue, pray for me people the right. Lost off me pants and go down on me knee, pray till me heart full and rejoice. Father, we thank you for health, thank you for life, thank you 'cause we can't see the light. Father, we ask and pray for guidance and protection, keep we in the right. 'Cause we know these are the days that war prophesy where wicked shall rule more low and high, but we can't speak ears upon the most high. Here I will we pray and cry. Lord, I thank you for life. Yes, I thank you for my blessings. And I thank you for each and every day. I thank you for good friends, and I pray that you'll be there to the end. Even my enemies, bless them eternally. Oh, my Lord.
All right, so that's Buju Banton and Nitty Kochi. Lord, I thank you. Do we move on, Astar? Astar says we go back online. Hello. Hello.
What's not what?
Shipping port.
Yes.
Huh?
Yo, when I go out with Brethren,
You there?
biggest show this night, early in the dread.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir.
You know how you can determine our show is the best show.
Oh, you determined.
When a caller can take a back seat and listen for days, turn to weeks, turn to months, because I know a long time in a caller program, and listen to everybody and the host and the caller, they can determine.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can say it's a week, maybe we can say it's a better show without me coming on a call. That could be the thing to what a big show.
You like what you hear?
Yeah, man, I like what I hear, man.
You like a man? You like the part where a man say
No,
the bowler has a bowling position because when him done bowling, got silly me that.
I don't know nothing about cricket and stuff.
All right, sir.
You know yourself. I'm a friend that will not me for that stuff, contribute for that part. But it's like, you think better. There are some people missing from the show. I want to start and call them out. Yesterday, a man mentioned Wilson. I'm a favorite caller to the program, Wilson. I love your Wilson on the program.
He hasn't come for a little while.
Yeah.
But he's going on. He's going on years now, though.
But here was Zidane. You said me can have more time on board and night time I have one little radio. When me tune in and hear Wilson on some next show. I'm not hear Wilson on the bridging. I'm call out Wilson. You see Wilson on some next show up to last year, 2024. Me Wilson on some next show.
All right.
The call of the year, 2 years ago, economic. The man just drop off, I think, man. I try to get back to charge and find out what's going on with him.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him for a while. I haven't seen him either. I used to see him from time to time.
Man. We used to see him all at track gates and them thing. I forgot make a check and pull up on me and find out what's going on with him. Omar Williams, don't see man for the man with the titles. Never see him coach win.
Yeah.
Did I just go call out the man? And if I beat them, we make him not come forward. Big up yourself, Omar Williams. Congratulations, the coach from the cycle of your team as one. I'm running through a list of other people in a year from. Have you run to Mark? I try to reach out to Mark Watson in the bridging. What's up in Mark? Mark, if you're out the bridging. Next year. Have you heard from Mark?
Not for a little while now, but I think.
I have an issue. I'm try to reach out to him.
Yeah.
So
your call is to call out the caller that you use your 5 minutes to do. I mean, why you do all of that and then say.
No, man, I use 4 minutes there and touch 1 minute with something, man.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, man, let me use my 4 minutes and wait for you, sir.
All right.
Pioneer. Yeah, man, when I hear from Pioneer, 1 and 2 times you touch in. Mark Watson, call him Prince Green. Lady Right, the females, them, you know, only for ladies used to call it. Lady C, Lady Taxi Driver, Betty, Basketball Lady, Princess. And the whole man, I don't call out the whole man name, but one man of interest I want to call out, you know. Because Zidane, we're not such a thing, I only for respect to Bella, we don't hear Bella neither. Only for respect to Uncle Bella, my uncle. But Mr. Bella said him retire and the man them say boy Bella on the first. No disrespect Bella. But Zidane, remember one time I have a discussion in December, 30th of December, I tell him retire.
On air?
Come back out and retire. You remember?
On air?
No, I find you, I hear that it was like a call the program to retire. So shipping for the retire, that's why people them now here. We tell people say, oh, if you retire, come back and call the program for a year and then call me to retirement. But me notice something, you tell me retire. It's like me retire wrong factor to come in a year my call. But then me come back if they come back and start call the program boy in February. And then me a wrong factor I call the program again. Then me disappear and take a spring break. So wrong factor agent and therapy tell wrong factor for call the program. Take spring break, man, and after take spring break with me. Come make people hear. But now I'm big up, man. Because people come on wrong factor, man. People want to hear, man. But Orville and Zidane.
Yes.
That thing, I make the round. Goat. They run out of Australia. So just turned 17. I mash up the place. Then, but here I know. We have a runner here to mash up the place just as well. But here we goat have over him. He must be media eye. We don't have the media eye there. The reason why we don't have the media eye there is because we're known.
Who's the runner you're talking about from here?
Gary Card.
Who?
Gary Card.
The youth were on the 10.
You want to tell him that to go good?
The youth were on the 10:06 at Champs.
Yes.
And had it not been for injury, probably could have depended on 10 in the final.
Yes. Good. Not depend on 10. The one time he depend on 10 and some strong breeze push him enough.
Yes. Or isn't that guy more than known for his 200 meters exploit?
All right. All right. That is it. No. The 200 no. But then again, with the 200, a breeze again, him run, I think, 1984. Try and winning him back again. And next thing you know, outside of Australia, inside of Australia, he might do all of them time. And most of the, one of the past times them do, we needed.
Yeah.
So when I see Freddie was nothing, when I see Freddie was nothing great yet, when the win is level, when the win is normal, put it there, when the win is normal.
So it's which media hype him?
Then Australia media pushing because Australia not known for produce good runners. So for the media, I think I have a virgin from America, so a US journalist were kind of beat him. So I don't remember the name of the journalist. Everything in the journalist come out come rubbish in times with him though. I never search the name of the virgin there. We're kind of attack and everything in the. But big him up because that's Asia around them time there. But me I put up gear record at the 100, not the 200 meter, you know. The 100 whenever they meet. He will be at the World Championship. You know. He made the Australia team for the upcoming World Championship. Gary Card won't be there. But whenever they meet in any junior event, he will not beat Gary Card over that. But I fit Gary Card over 100 meters. Now throw down the gauntlet from early.
What record does the one that you mentioned Gary has?
I tell Gary Card?
Yes.
I think I 10.06 time best. But when we are expect from him from Champ, he was injured and we never see a full gear record.
And GOAT has any international records?
No. Australian record. Australian junior record.
Okay.
Australian junior record, man.
And so he has a
I think I 10.01 and this time.
So he has he has a record of some form.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe
yeah, man, him a record.
Maybe that's why I get more. Maybe that's why I get more hype than your boy.
Could be.
Yeah.
And the next thing too, Pioneer. Last week I think when I called, I mentioned something to me. I get Pioneer and flowers. Pioneer came on about 3 years ago when Era Night was I think 17. I got towards 18 and said, if you say now go no further away him there. Pioneer said something like that and I called the program later and I said, Pioneer this year maybe might come down to the 100 meter and drop some fast time and surprise the world. This year I'm gonna give you some fast times also in the 200 meter. It look like Pioneer beat with them argument that way. Yes, we say Era Night set the place alight in the 200 meter. Because at 17 is up to 21 going 22 now. And we still not see what we were expecting at age 17. At the time he was running at age 17 at both the 200 meter, the 200 because it's not a 100 meter runner. That was wrong to say he would drop down to the 100 meter within 2 years and drop some fast times. We don't see that. And over 200 meter, I don't know why I'm problem. But he's a good runner, you know, but we don't see him as the Pioneer said, he will not set the city alive. Pioneer, remember them words that you said it? That's not the exact word. But then he come and...
When Pioneer had said that, wasn't it in the moment? Or was he talking about overall? He will not. I'm sure he was talking in the moment.
I don't think at the moment.
No, man, I remember the conversation, man. He was talking...
When I came on. Yeah, man. This is when I came on.
Hold on, man. I remember the conversation very well, man. He was talking about that at the time.
I think he was talking
He couldn't be that dumb to be. He couldn't be that dumb to be writing off a man who was that good at that.
He never write him off.
Then if you say never ever go set the place alight, right.
He never said never ever. He never.
Then but you're making my point, my boss, that he was talking about at the time.
We're hearing another song.
Yeah, man. So I call a Pioneer for come on.
All right, that is it. Shipping port. Are you have more?
No, I'm gone, man. Let's for somebody else, man. I'm not greedy.
All right.
Miss P, we're hearing like it's the BBC.
So we're on the break now.
Oh, it's gone.
We take the break. Break time?
No,
the break can't gone already. Shipping port was talking for quite some time. And
well, what do we do, Miss P? All right.
We take the break. We're coming.
Praise the Lord. Greetings and salutations to all of our wonderful, wonderful friends all over Jamaica. Listen, this is Dr. John Wayne Manning from Omega Church and Omega Radio. It has always been my dream to establish community work here in Jamaica. Television, church, humanitarian work here in Jamaica. And as you know, we have been doing the radio since 2022. The time has come that we're calling all help, kingdom-minded citizens, putting together this team in Jamaica. We're looking for helpers, kingdom-minded helpers, from hospitality humanitarian, administration, coordination, media for television and radio production. If you're looking for more and you'd like to be a part of this team from Omega Center, Jamaica, I'd like you to give me a call. 876-204-9356. If you'd like to do more, serve more. This is for serious leaders that really want to make an impact in the life of our fellow Jamaicans for the Lord Jesus Christ. Text me at that line, and a member of my US team or European team will reach out back to you. Thank you, and God bless you. I hope you're ready to serve. Text me at 876-204-9356. A member of my team will reach out to you expeditiously to expedite this help. Omega Center Jamaica local team invitation. Be a part of it. Let's change Jamaica and make Jamaica great again.
Down on my knees, on my knees, I've learned to stay.
Set the trend, set the trend. The Trend-Setting Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m., is Jamaica's #1 call-in sports program. Join me, Orville Higgins, and me, Christopher Zidane Matthews, as we continue to take call-in sports discussions to the highest levels on radio. The Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m., on Jamaica's #1 sports radio station. The hour between 3 and 4 p.m. is sponsored by Western Sports, the sports people, with locations in Kingston, Ocho Rios, and Montego Bay.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we're back. We go back online, Miss B. All right. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Patches, how are you dealing?
QC.
Me I try and figure out. Well, me not even try to figure out Mount Salem, because Mount Salem become on a disciple and everything I yes the way to the whole argument. But me kind of worried for Doc. Me kind of worried about him. Garvey I saying left me confused. Me left him confused. Me really believe that blow a fuse still, and the fuse when blow a confused. But so Doc move like a bush doctor, brother. Me not understand. Cause the idea him flip flop and come and say, boy. From him see a man a come, him could actually say X and Y, and you tell him say on our side. So in change the argument, come now and say, boy, there's an advantage you them have when them born. We don't hear what is that advantage. Now we come and hear some highfalutin words, some doctoral thing which we don't understand, which we have to go research, and him left more confused. But more ask you some question, because that's something I left with me. All right. Do you believe that some people born with physical and mental traits that can give them an advantage in a sport?
I guess so. Yes.
I don't want to guess, man.
Yeah, man, I would think so.
All right. I'm going to work with you, such as height and speed and coordination and quick reflexes, right?
Yes.
Orville, what do you think?
Agreed.
Do you know that these traits can be considered as natural talent?
No.
Okay, so basically, the man we teach psychology at Harvard, you and Zidane better than them. Not Zidane, you better than them.
In that regard,
fine.
yes. Because being
Fine.
born with great eyesight is not a talent.
Not at all.
Okay.
Being born with the ability to, with great hand-eye coordination is not a talent.
Or being tall is not a talent.
Being tall is not a talent. Being tall is an advantage.
Okay.
Good, sir. So if somebody up at Harvard tell you that, me brighter than the person upon the top.
So you don't believe that even though a man born with a talent, He have to work hard to make sure.
But I don't believe that anybody was born with a talent. That is what I say to you.
Well, you believe no means it exists, you know.
But your believe it no mean it doesn't exist neither.
No, because me see personally happen, so you can't tell me.
No man, you never see
believe.
no man.
No,
You never see no baby dog at KPH can do nothing at all except ball and suck breast.
Yeah.
So you never see nobody baby born with talent. Yeah.
Hold on. So you don't believe so you have to about genetics. So it's one of them who don't believe in genetics in sports.
No. What you see a 8-year-old doing or a 9-year-old doing or a 6-year-old doing, my boss, that don't mean that them born with. When you do it at 7 years, you're up on the earth to learn how to do it, you know. So when you can go down a Jubilee or down a KPH and take a baby off our mother breast when them born and them can bat, then you win the argument.
And that's a problem where you miss the argument because these were inborn just demonstrate that 8 and 9 and 12 and 12.
No man, when you see some, hey,
you're missing the point.
Hold on. Yes, so it took me 3 years to become a trained teacher. 3 years long. When I used upon the earth for 8 years, I can do something well at 8, relatively well. He had 8 years to learn. So don't look on a little youth to do something at 8. I say I saw him born. 8 years ago him born, my boss.
Brother, that now you can get your talent can come to exhibition at 55. That means you never born with it.
How do you know that the person was born with it?
How you don't know anything born with it?
Because
first thing I ask you, who give talent?
Who give talent?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, that's your homework.
You know who give talent?
So where talent come from?
Me not believe you're born with it.
No, from God.
Then why would God give someone world-class talent to make money and not give me none?
No, it's where you're going now.
God would be very unfair, you know, my boss, if him give someone big money talent and someone have no
all right.
talent.
Question, me I got trouble, you know. Don't you know that God have favorite?
Some people born and God prefer them more than other people.
Hold on. You ever hear the term about mercy and grace and favor? Favor.
No, where you tell me?
No, this is interesting. No, this is interesting. No. No, QC, as a preacher. No, I'm interested. Hold on, QC, because I want to ask a question.
You probably have to get the bishop on one.
No, we have to. You're saying.
You ever hear them say God favors people?
You say God biased towards some people.
Listen to me, brother. Listen to me. You ever hear the term when they say God favors
so
people?
Him decides to give some bit. No, but me want to ask the questions now, my boss. So him decides say LeBron James' mother, him said this baby. Because me and LeBron James born the same year and like 2 days apart. So while his mother was heading to the hospital, my mother was already in the hospital. So you're saying he decides to say, yo, this Cleveland baby will be the greatest basketball player of all time, but Zidane Matthews are going to suffer down in Jamaica. I God decide that. That's it.
Brother. Your talent must be your talent. Must be play basketball.
No, but at them talent they give you big money. Talking sports to give you big money nowhere, my boss.
Sometimes we try going at things we look lucrative.
QC.
Sometimes we try going at things
the man said God the Almighty bias and prefer some baby dollars. No, QC, you're not so good on the radio, my boss.
Brother, God not give everybody the same talent, Zidane.
Yeah, we understand that's what you're saying.
What is your talent? Where you're born?
I mean, what is my talent?
Oh, yourself. Which sporting talent you're born?
My talent and I'm sporting talent. Your talent and a sporting talent.
Which talent, man? Which talent me born?
That's what he said.
Who?
Me, personally. Which talent me born with?
You're born with the talent of counteraction, the right thing with people like Zidane know of him talent, you know. Zidane have a talent. Zidane know of him talent, you know.
Me don't know which talent. No. I'm not saying.
Zidane have a talent. Zidane have a talent when I'm normal, you know.
Me not say people don't have talent in them, but I'm saying when them born in a KPH, then they have that.
All right, so how you know when it develop?
I mean, how me know? Because I never say no baby can't do nothing yet.
That no mean so you're not born with it, brother.
But you have to prove to me that the baby born with it, you know, brother. You can't wait till him start do it and then say born him born, so you know. You have to go to me born at Spalding's Hospital. Come down at Spalding's Hospital with me one of them weekend. Look on a baby and say, you see this baby also, that baby are going to be a great tennis player.
So hold on.
And then if the baby become a great tennis player, you win the argument.
Yes.
But Orville, when you born, when you get the talent,
you never get no talent when you born. That me I try to tell you.
Who lie? The man say God bias towards some people. Who lie? Some baby. Hold the line.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by EdgeChem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, Dangel Auto Spears and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
LeBron James says he's unsure if he will continue his NBA career next season after the Los Angeles Lakers were knocked out of the first round of the NBA playoffs by the Minnesota Timberwolves. The 40-year-old in his 22nd season as a professional was unable to prevent the Minnesota Timberwolves from completing a 4-1 series victory with a 103-96 win in the Game 5 at the Crypto.com Arena. James is the NBA all-time leading scorer and had been hoping to win another championship this season. James, who signed a 2-year deal with the Lakers in 2024, says he will take time in the offseason to consider his future. And that's your Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by EdgeChem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. Dangel Auto Spears and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich financing.
So you've had your driver's license suspended, and now that period of suspension is over. What do you need to do? Pay a fee of $3,000 to Tax Administration Jamaica and take the receipt and a letter from the court where your license was suspended to the Island Traffic Authority's head office. Allow a period of 1 week for processing, after which you will be required to collect the driver's license at a tax office of your choice. For more information, call 876-754-1900. The Island Traffic Authority, an entity for road safety good.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
Are you interested in working in media? Well, this may very well be your chance. Omega Radio is seeking persons to fill the positions of receptionist, traffic coordinator, accountant, and sales executives. If you think you have the right attitude and the drive to be a part of this team, then WhatsApp or call 876-204-9356 or email us at omegaradio@theomegachurch.com.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back. QC, you still
All
there?
right, Zidane, I want you to explain this. I want you to explain Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
A man about his exceptional, tall and powerful frame for a sprinter, right? Don't you believe that Bolt have natural stride length and speed that set him apart from very early? You can't say the youth that him have natural ability, but he needs somebody to develop a harness him, to give him proper training, to make him technique develop and everything.
All right. He has physical gifts, yes, but with sprinting, that's not something where you need a lot of skill, though. You know?
All right, let's
So
start then.
we're not talking
You're a big
those.
ball. All right, fine.
Yes.
You're a big baller. Messi. Everybody knows that Messi knows his innate ability to dribble and read the game.
I don't know about
No,
innate.
not in it. No, my boss. He hears him a dribble from him a little 3-year-old boy.
Brother, the man natural
I'm
coordination.
saying to you, he's been dribbling from he was a 3-year-old little boy, my boss.
Listen me, I say.
So when you see him at 13 and you say, whoa, what is this?
QC, you have a youth in me here when I grew up who naturally used to broke people shop. You can't skill enough for him to broke your shop. I don't call him name because people from West listen to me. Skill when it comes to broke shop, and God else going to take out your thing. Well, you say, God give him that talent.
God give him talent, but him exercising at the wrong way.
Which talent God give? No, which talent God give?
What you mean? Which talent? You know the pickpocket of agility?
So me and
You know the thief of agility?
yes. So
Okay, so where we get it from?
no, hold on,
Where
man.
we get it?
What are the
Where
skills?
get it from?
But I'm gonna answer you. The skills needed to be a pickpocket are, make me say, long fingers, eh?
No, that's a genetics, brother.
Yeah, but I'm saying are the qualities where you need, the prerequisites include long fingers, but long finger are not talent, but
no.
That may I try to you.
Orville, it's just that the man them channel them.
So which
gifts
talent the
that them
pickpocket born with? That more you tell me, you not tell me. You know.
The man born with agility, a pickpocket.
What you call agility?
Swift, it's a move, him coordinate, him hand-eye coordination, he move fast and pick your gun.
So
you never get picked, you know, that's why, you know.
No, man, me get picked.
You know what the problem with the Zidane?
Me get no man, I'm lick me already, man. Our football, our
me get picked already. But I know God give nobody no pickpocket talent.
Brother, as a man is a Lucifer hijack the people them talent and using it the wrong way.
All right.
That's that madness, man.
All right,
everybody born with something, brother. I told you Zidane about it, one of work from 1 to 4, so you know.
No, me never born with no sport talent.
No, that's right. So I say, so Chris Gayle and all them man.
Never born with
and all the rest of man.
Chris Gayle is a little baby, me born.
Work hard to develop it.
Chris
if you have
Gayle,
the talent and put it down, just like come and show the Bible.
Chris Gayle name
not
born.
going to grow.
So what? Chris Gayle name born with no cricket, nor football, nor no talent.
Brother, the man work hard. The man born in gift and work
You see
hard.
you see the gifts that Chris Gayle are born with. Every country in the world have hundreds of thousands of young men that have them something about. So I just naturally people.
You know what them interested in a cricket?
No, what I'm saying, the fact that everywhere you go in the world, people born with them attributes in the boss. It doesn't mean that there is no sporting talent in the boss. Everybody just get them naturally.
It doesn't mean no, because
it's not a sporting talent.
Trait means say
billions of young men from across the globe born with the attributes.
What do you define the word talent to be?
A skill.
So a baby don't have jubilee have skill.
Orville, the skill is not one set of things.
No, me ask you. You said talent is skill.
Coordination, agility, all these things develop in a skill. Skill is not.
So hand-eye coordination is just hold on, no man, hold on. Go calm down. You're saying the word talent to you means the ability to execute a skill, right? You're there with me now?
Me hear.
The word talent is the ability to execute a skill. No babies can execute any sporting skill. But you say they are born with talent. You're contradicting yourself.
That's why you don't see it until the child get big. Him born with it, but you don't see it until you get big. Somebody teach him grow in an environment and develop the talent. It has to be harnessed. It has to be developed. That means you're not born with it.
Hold on.
You have to work hard.
You have to
dedicate yourself. You have to train.
Hold on.
To make the talent
All right,
come to
QC.
maturity.
You know what they said? Nobody has to teach a youngster how to suckle his mother's breast.
But that is like a talent to suck breast, brother. What kind of rubbish that you have?
No. Listen to the point. That is what a baby was born with, an instinct to suckle.
Baby no born with instinct, brother. Baby born with sense. A dog and cow and puss and them suck about with it.
All right, call it what you will. But you put a breast in the baby mouth at 1 day old, we know what we have.
Are you tell me say boy born just naturally and start running? Are you tell me them something? You say boy in my country just start run.
Lord of
so
mercy.
how nobody have got talent now?
So let me repeat again. I realize I have to say a lot of things several times.
You say man just start run.
There are certain sports where you don't use implements, like swimming, like running, like jumping. I believe that certain body types are predisposed to do those more than some other body types. So I believe that people are born with certain physical characteristics that will make them go faster, jump higher, them kind of thing. So if I them something you talk about, I'm prepared to half concede.
Yeah, but I only see him one say,
because two little 6-year-old boy will never, when you just...
Are you see one say, man, about long distance from Africa, you know? I mean, ask the idea, why nobody from Africa now?
No, I don't think the little African baby was born for run 5,000 meters more and no other baby nowhere in the world. Me not think one baby born in Botswana. Don't have hospital in Botswana. I'm my youth born in Spal. The Botswana baby did born.
If someone else had the well, the man will have the talent. If you put him where God give him that, if you put him in the same environment there, him surpass most of them man we have seen. We have to practice and do hard work. You ever think about photographic memory?
You talk about after
the born with that. You're born in photo is a gift that.
But No. Hold on. I am talking about if I them someday at can I believe babies different from babies, you know. But I'm not talent. But I'm not talent, me call them something them boss.
I know what you want to call it. A talent.
Or not sporting talent, me call it.
You know, really matter of a sporting or a thief or a line or a plane flying or a talent. You can't go wrong. The talent is broad.
All right.
Because I'm use it in sport.
All right, sir.
You understand? When me I go to school, when someone will look on the blackboard and comes a zip, a 3-4 night, me have to study that.
You see, you know the TikTok bridging where don't say anything at all and just point and make millions of dollars off of TikTok. So like if somebody do something and just show them the right way, him just say nothing, him just point and say this is the right way. Is what kind of talent that him born with. Because he might make millions from the TikTok thing, you know. You know who me I talk about?
No, I'm not really follow. I'm
never send you something. You gotta tell me what kind of talent him have. Because he make crazy money.
But really and truly, more come off my phone. But me say people born with stuff, but I just attack someone, hide them gift, and someone in an environment where them gift can be enhanced, where it can be teach and develop, and it can come into big fruition. Not because you know see a man exercise it. There are some people in an environment where
I believe, Brian.
Environment. We are going to show the man to talent.
I believe Brian Lara.
I can't bet you. Me come off my phone. Zidane can't see man will come at training. Where coach say brother, you better go try something else. You know cut out for this. No man can tell me that. No man can dispute that. When them see people try things where man look on them and say, you know cut out for this.
At what age? At what age the coach say?
Any age. Missy man go under 14, under 13 years to play football. I'm going to say, you know, cut out for this.
But here's what I say to you, boss. By the time the coach say at under 14, you're on earth for 12 years already.
You don't have the talent to play.
So maybe the one them say cut out to play football for them at 3.
That's the point. The one them where the coach say I have something.
I play for them at 3, boss.
I don't ban him, ban them. Do you to them at 3?
The man not fair play on the Orville.
Let me
pick up yourself at 9-year-old. And the coach just look for you and say, yes, this boy is gifted.
QC.
No, where say the coach you go see at 9 and you're playing for the first time and say you are a midfielder?
A coach will have athletic ability which your Orville don't have.
What is wrong with
you? If you never play it, you can't go that.
No, QC, if you never play in your life and the coach see at 9, you have to drop over the ball, my boss. You have to struggle, my boss. You never control and pass. What you talk about, QC?
No, but if the coach have vision, him can't say this boy have something.
Oh, come on, QC.
If you never play yet, at 9-year-old, you're going to look very ordinary doing it, my boss. Stop it.
Nobody never say you have to reach perfection, but a coach with vision can see.
All right.
He does do something, and he can say, boy, this boy have athletic ability, and he can
leave,
work for your skill.
We'll leave it there, sir. Me I go work with it, but the thief born thief. Yeah. If Brian Lara born for bat, then the thief born for thief, my boss. You can't have it both ways. And the man we have broke people house and pick people pocket that just so them born, my boss.
Yeah, the pole dancer them born for pole dance, you know?
Yes, and that them born for them, for them talent that. Good. We'll go back online, Miss B. All right. Hello.
Put him up.
Hello.
All right. 615, maybe we are, yes. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, man, what going on?
Yes, Badger.
I don't know about sporting talent and gone a thief, for example.
Because QC say everybody born with some kind of talent in it.
I will talk about sporting talent. And I give a thief an example.
No, but QC went broad too as well, you know.
No, I was saying that.
QC said everybody was born with that talent.
Right, but a sporting talent you talk about.
No, but he wasn't talking about sporting talent.
All right, so why you using the thief as an example when you are talking about sporting talent?
No, because me, QC is the one who went broad, you know. So I work with him.
Yeah. That's all.
So you're not talking about sporting talent, you're talking about everything.
No, man. QC, in order to show say everybody born, every sporting man born with talent, QC went further. So say we were all born with talent.
So what about singing? Somebody teach somebody how to sing?
No, I believe that. Let me say it one more time.
Exactly. Then. So don't
hold on. But listen to the difference. Let me say it one more time.
Yes.
The things you do that don't require implements, like singing, I believe that there are some body types that predispose you to do better than some other body types. Now, singing may be one of them.
You can born with that then.
I think you are born with some characteristics that help you to sing better than the next one.
Okay, well, it's just not sports.
Then fine. But in our sports, the one with implement.
All
right, we're coming back.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feel for some retail therapy, Asden Super Center is the place to be. Regal Plaza Kingston and Linston. We have it all. From linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Asden Super Center, we're gonna make you smile. Make you smile. Asden Super Center, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
Greetings to your listeners. This is Reverend Ryan A. Gordon, Senior Pastor of the Broken Vessels Healing and Deliverance Ministries, located at 120 Main Street, Pineapple, Ocheria, St. Anne, Jamaica, West Indies. Join me every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio Show with Brother Frisco. Join me for a word in time. You cannot afford to miss this powerful word every Sunday morning on this station.
It's all right.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, Badger, back with you.
Yeah, so all you know is the baby was born with singing talent or whatever. Born with singing talent. You're going to jubilee and I hear them sing as a baby.
So I believe that that events that don't require implement.
I know. The event that don't require whatever. Or you know so the baby born with that. Or you know so the baby born with that.
Process of deduction. Because I've seen baby.
What you do? What you tell me? I know. What you do? When you see baby them born, when the baby them born, them can't hold a bat, you know. Them can't hold a bat.
You're going to ask me the question for the third time. Here's the answer.
When you finish your question, remember, say you tell CC, no, not CC, you tell QC, say, you know, see the baby not jubilee, I hold a bat and I do nothing.
Right.
You see the baby not, you're saying the baby not jubilee, I sing?
I've seen very young babies with the ability
Singing.
to...
No, baby born when them born at Jubilee Hospital. Born on a Jubilee Hospital. When I say young baby, when them born on a Jubilee Hospital, none of them not born with no party in them and I do nothing done so. When I laugh off a QC a while ago, I say, oh no, see that.
A fourth I asked the question, no, you're not giving me a chance.
Answer that.
But as me start, answer you, go cut me. So go on, cut.
Sorry. No, I'm not cut. Sorry about that. I'm not cut you again, sir. Sorry, sir. I'm not cut. Answer.
Now, I have seen very small babies who were not taught how to sing, who didn't have to work hard at it. Can't sing when they're 2-3 years old. They didn't have to work hard. And
2-3 years old, they're earth for a long time, like I tell you.
No, but they didn't work hard at it. I've never seen any baby doing anything in sports that they are good at, that they never had to work hard.
Because you're not talking about Jubilee Hospital where you're going to see baby sing. So you know what I'm understanding. Zidane, don't really laugh off at QC where them say that Jesus, that God. When say God, what favorite what?
Yeah, he favored LeBron James. He gave LeBron James a big money talent and Zidane.
No, I don't know that. But Malachi 1 verse 1 and 2, it is something about God loves somebody.
Is God right the Bible?
No, hey, listen. No.
It's true. Remember, say he's a pastor on it.
We're not going to get that discussion.
You know me like them discussion as well, Badger. You know my thing. So we don't want to go there, Badger. You know my thing. So we're not going there. Next topic.
Yeah. And maybe why...
Mr. Badger, we're not going down that road, my boss. Because I'm going to respond and I don't want to respond. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So no. The other day I didn't understand, and he was talking and bobbing out here. I want to put all up understand if he cares to be understand. And I'm going to ask him the same set of question, the same thing about Leon Bailey and Craig Butler. You understand? Orville, how much percentage you give Craig Butler for the development of Leon Bailey?
50-50.
50-50. Okay. Yeah, the other day Zidane gave 85. Is it a thing that you guys don't really take on each other no more or something like that?
No, man. Zidane has his views. I see it a little differently. He knows where he's coming from, and
okay,
yeah.
Because I went and I did some research and I saw that he went to four clubs in his
Boy, he come like
in his career.
Yeah, look help. Yeah, look help.
No, look at.
Hey, you're the greatest favor talk sports.
I'm looking at this question and I'm saying to you, well, young man, do you know that FIFA?
What you call look help?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm looking at discussion.
No, yeah, look help, man. The first me, yeah, look help.
A discussion. Can I continue discussion, sir?
Yes, sir.
Do you know that FIFA pays people who help in the development of a player? No matter if even a small percent when them get sell to big clubs. Zidane?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. If you're registered for the club, you get the money trickle down.
No, man. As long as you are integral in the development.
No, man. You don't have to be integral. You don't have to be significant.
So don't have to be significant.
You could have the man don't run lap every day. So you could have, you get the player, you register the player for Badger United. All him do a run lap every day and cut the field and all of that. But him register. Him not play no game for you. But 20 years later, I'm transferred to Woy. The money come down to Badger.
Come on to me.
Yes.
And so do you think that if FIFA knew about the jerk man should have get some money?
If FIFA knew about the jerk man,
yeah.
What did the jerk man do?
No.
So we understand you. So we understand what you said about you. So the man asked me a question. No, tell me what the jerk man did and let me answer you. What did he do?
So the jerk man not even make Leon Bailey run a lap.
No, but I don't know. So you tell me if Jerkman deserve a thing.
The Jerkman came on the program
from FIFA.
And said,
no, but Leon Bailey denied all of that in my boss.
Oh, so that's why I don't get the money.
No, me don't know my boss. Me don't know why FIFA not give Jerkman the money.
So the next, all right.
So why Leon Bailey don't give any money?
We don't know Leon Bailey probably not rate him.
No.
You think the other clubs them in Europe that he went to got some money from the sale of Leon Bailey?
Yeah, but does the Jerkman own a club? Does the Jerkman own a club?
That was not a serious point.
The Jerkman doesn't own a club, though.
That was a gimmick point.
Well,
that wasn't a serious point by Badge.
Yeah. I'm saying the clubs over Europe that he went to, did they get any money from the sale of?
Here more, I know, Badger. I hear the series of questions. What is your point?
My point is this. Zidane is giving stupidly.
No, but I hear you telling me about Zidane's point. I want you to tell me what your point is.
And I'm telling you, I am shooting on Zidane's point by telling him, say it is impossible and stupid to be giving Craig Butler 85% and giving Leon Bailey 50%.
How much you think?
I tell you, I'm giving him.
I said 30. When there are others involved in the development.
No, but you keep shooting down that. No, man, get up on the radio more than 5 minutes.
So you ask me a question.
You keep shooting down a point without telling me what your point is.
I did a while ago. I say I give him 30%, and
you give who 30%?
I give Craig Butler 30% for the development of Leon Bailey. And what I'm saying is that I am giving the person with the talent.
Hey, hold on. I mean, you have strength for. I've been just say 50-50 and take him on.
I've been with us so far.
Would you disagree?
I've been with us so far.
I mean, you come both.
You might get licked in, but you are going to get licked on some.
No, sir.
What I've said,
so let me ask you a question. Who is more talented, Leon Bailey or Waterboy?
Waterboy.
So why Waterboy not reach nowhere?
Because they never trained hard enough like Leon Bailey.
Okay. So who?
No,
man, you answer the question. It's a good answer. No, but you gave a good answer. You gave a good answer.
He did not go to Europe to the other clubs when he was.
You see the knockout blow now. So Craig Butler. Hold on, my boss. All right, Badger, we're gone. We're gone, Badger. Badger, you keep on cutting me, Badger. Badger, you keep on cutting me. Badger, you see the liquor come, and you keep cutting me. I'm saying to you, you see the points that you just made as to why Walter, but despite being more talented than Liam, did not reach nowhere. That's why I'm giving credit, but not so much credit, because he insists that you have to be disciplined from early. He took him, hold on, no? He saw the talent and took him to Europe to play against higher quality, which is a serious critical part of your development.
My turn.
So like 30% the way you talk was a joke. It was 30%. All of the big talent them would have gone. But anyway, Badger, we're gone. No, we're gone. You're on for a while, Badger. We're gone. Badger, 20 minutes of the on the radio, man. Big up yourself.
All right, Badger spend too much of his time counteracting some of these arguments rather than just state the case. That me think, I may never even know which side of the argument Badger is. So what Badger should be arguing, the next time you call Badger is saying why you think is only 30. Anyway, that's just me. You think is half the man talent and half the work of credit. I'm prepared to come split it right. Next one. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir, my time.
Oh, this is CC.
CC was.
Yeah, CC. Every time I call, I get on feedback. But anyway, the feedback probably look like it gone. But Orville, but the thing say, I thought some of the times, that's what you guys love on the show. When somebody come, they don't give no point. They either big up you, the host, or them a try put down somebody else's point. Because for the time, some of them call here, they don't give their views, Sometimes I wonder what are their views on a point. Because they say, all right, we can challenge that.
No,
they don't give their views.
No, CC.
The same thing happened with Badger a while ago. No, can't give him views.
CC, if you know one thing about me on this program, I've always asked, what's your point? What is the point you are trying to make? Sometimes I get cussed to ask that question.
But sometimes you make a point, Orville. But sometimes, Orville, you make a point, right? And I'm gonna come agree with your point, but him not give him point, So by the time the call finish, I don't know what is his point.
No, but if he's agreeing with my no, but I
would have no point. That's what I try to tell you.
No,
some of these people
if
have no point.
If I originally, then Lord CC me the talk with man. If I originally make a point, and the next man come and support the point, then him not figure no point. Him support
but
my
I
point.
tell you, say if you make 100 points, you have some people them come and them agree with the 100 point.
Like
you can't get an original thought out of them brain.
Like who? Name me one such person.
No man, move on.
Well, don't because there's no. There's nobody on this program who agrees with me 100% of the time. That's not true.
Well, we're gonna see. But anyway, with them soon call and agree with you. But
the fact that them call and agree don't mean them agree 100% of the time. The more specific than that.
All right, let me correct that. They agree more often than that.
Well, because I make sense more often than not. You ever think about it that way?
Moving on from that, though, Orville and Zidane, the word talent is being thrown out. Someone ask a question: what is the difference between talent and skill? Or what is a talent and what is a skill?
Pretty much the same for me.
Talent for me is the ability to execute a skill very well.
So what is a skill? What is skill? What is skill?
Execute very well, doing something very well.
No, I'm saying, Orville, what is skill?
Skill.
I think the two of them are the same thing.
What is skill? In sports, we are talking.
Yeah, what is skill? Yeah, what is skill?
The ability to execute whatever that particular thing requires.
So what is talent?
The ability to execute skills.
So let me ask you a question now, Orville. Do you think you can acquire skills?
Yes.
Do you think you can acquire talent?
Yes.
So you're saying there's no difference between talent and skill?
For this discussion, not really.
All right. So in terms of talent and skill, what does the dictionary definition gives you? Let's ask you. What the dictionary definition tell you is a skill, and what the dictionary definition tell you is a talent.
The dictionary definition of skill, the ability to do something well. Let me see what the dictionary definition of talent. I think it's the same thing. So I'm looking at the word skill.
But know what you think. That's why you tell me. I'm not argue anything.
I'm here to tell us basically the same thing. Talent is also the ability to do something well.
Yeah, read the definition.
Or
No.
I'm seeing another definition: possessing natural aptitude or skill.
So, what is skill now?
Let me not just read it to you, man. Yeah, I'm
No,
gonna go back to
you
it.
read the skill. You know, so that means
Hold the line.
definitions.
Hold the line, CC. Don't move. We'll take a break. We're coming.
Go straight to Western Sports for all your track and field needs, like spikes, high jump equipment, throwing implements, hurdles, not to mention your team tracksuits, running tights, vests, and shorts.
The time by Western Sports, the sports people, is
3 o'clock.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feel for some retail therapy, Asden Supercenter is the place to be. Regal Plaza Kingston and Linston. We have it all. From linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Asden Super Center, we're gonna make you smile. Make you smile. Asden Super Center, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
Can't even no, without you holding my hand.
Praise the Lord. Greetings and salutations to all of our wonderful, wonderful friends all over Jamaica. Listen, this is Dr. John Wayne Manning from Omega Church and Omega Radio. It has always been my dream to establish community work here in Jamaica. Television, church, humanitarian work here in Jamaica. And as you know, we have been doing the radio since 2022. The time has come that we're calling all helper, kingdom-minded citizens, putting together this team in Jamaica. We're looking for helpers, kingdom-minded helpers, from hospitality, humanitarian, administration, coordination, media, for television and radio production. If you're looking for more and you'd like to be a part of this team from Omega Center, Jamaica, I'd like you to give me a call. 876-204-9356. If you'd like to do more, serve more. This is for serious leaders that really, really want to make an impact in the life of our fellow Jamaicans for the Lord Jesus Christ. Text me at that line, and a member of my US team or European team will reach out back to you. Thank you, and God bless you. I hope you're ready to serve. Text me at 876-204-9356. A member of my team will reach out to you expeditiously to expedite this help. Omega Center Jamaica, local team invitation. Be a part of it. Let's change Jamaica and make Jamaica great again.
Down on my knees, I've learned to stay.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, we're coming to the music in just a minute. But see, we're back with you.
Yeah. So me give my point. We have Steph Curry and we have Michael Jordan. The jumping ability of Michael Jordan, I don't think nobody teach Michael Jordan how to jump. Him did just have that talent there, right?
I mean, explain that
then
part
him
several
acquire.
times.
Well, no.
Well,
Then
is the ability to jump higher at sporting talent?
Well, the high jump, I will tell you, yes.
We're talking about sporting talent. We're talking about it's talent. We're talking about talent in and of itself. So
Oh,
me just
okay.
explain my point. So in terms
okay.
of the ability to jump, our ability to jump is a talent in and of itself. The skill now comes in now when you're practicing to jump to jump a certain way, vertically, or to do it a certain way at a certain time and coordinating it. That is the skill that comes with it. So in terms of Michael's trying to play basketball, learning how to play basketball, having the learning, the education, the dedication.
Which
all
side of
these
the
things.
argument are you on? Are you born or not born with talent? I'm not sure which side you're on.
All right, so I am saying that there's innate ability, which I consider it talent, that some people are just born with.
Yeah.
However, skills, however, skills itself is something that can be acquired by anybody.
A million.
Someone put it, let me just finish the point because I'm going to give you an example between Steph and Jordan.
Yeah, but we understand the point in already, you know.
Yeah, that was
so Michael
Steph
naturally can
does
jump.
not possess the ability to jump. But you see the skill of playing basketball, he can play basketball he has the skill to play basketball just like Michael Jordan. But there are certain ability that Michael Jordan possesses.
Which side of the argument are you on?
I just said it, a side of the argument.
Are you born with talent?
Some people are born with certain talent, and talent in and of itself.
Well, I'm more talented than Steph Curry because I can jump higher than him. I was a big jumper. I was young.
All right. So just as I'm saying, all I'm saying to you, there are certain things that somebody will be able to do without effort or desire. Without effort or desire.
I think you are struggle.
No, almost I be
because I think Steph Curry is a better basketball player than Andre Iguodala, and I think Andre Iguodala can jump higher than Steph Curry.
That's what I'm saying. The jumping.
So being able to jump the bars.
Steph Curry doesn't have it. That doesn't mean something that Iguodala is more talented than Steph Curry.
But that's exactly our point, though.
No, but the point.
So millions are you around the world, billions maybe that can jump high.
But I don't think you're getting the point I'm making is that while skill is something that is through dedication, through learning, through education.
Steph Curry is one of the top 10.
Over a period.
Steph Curry is a top 10 all-time great. So is Magic Johnson. None of them can really jump.
All right, you know that you're really talking, Zidane, but
you're not listening, but I'm saying you like to come on the radio and create some things that doesn't exist. So we're asking you if
you're just talking.
So the point is being able to jump high, my boss. Does it mean you're gonna be great at basketball?
Being able to run fast doesn't mean that you're going to be the best sprinter in the world.
Come on, that don't suppose kind of different as we said before. But we're talking
no, I'm sportsman.
Because man, I'm gonna tell you Steph Curry born to play basketball the way Steph Curry wicked.
Do you think that Steph Curry was born with basketball?
No, I'm going to ask you this question. I never said Steph Curry was born with basketball.
Do you believe anybody was born with basketball talent?
Basketball is a skill.
Do you?
Playing basketball is a skill.
Do you think anybody? Do you think anybody was born?
Nobody's born with skill. I don't think anybody's born with a skill.
Do you think anybody was born with basketball talent?
I don't. Basketball is not a talent.
So your answer
is a skill.
Your answer to the question is yes or no.
I just told you.
So nobody was.
There's no such thing. Right,
so nobody was born with basketball talent.
There's no such thing as basketball talent. Therefore, nobody can born with basketball talent because there's no such thing as basketball talent.
Michael Jordan has basketball talent. He wasn't born with it.
You asked me a question.
Whether they were born with
such thing because there's no such thing as basketball talent.
What do you mean there's no such thing as basketball talent? So you're saying Michael Jordan is not a talented basketballer?
Listen to what I said a while ago. Michael Jordan has basketball skills.
So he's not a talented.
Acquired.
So you're saying Michael Jordan is not. Let me hear you say that.
Skilled basketball player.
Is Michael Jordan a talented basketball player?
If I just told you what I.
Is Brian Lara a talented batsman?
You know, me just say,
answer yes or no. Yes
so
or
why
no.
are you going around?
Because I'm not sure. Me hear you grow.
Because I gave you the answer already.
I didn't hear the answer.
We don't hear the answer.
I didn't hear the answer.
Is Michael Jordan a talented basketballer?
For the millionth time, there's no such thing as cricket talent, football talent.
So Brian Lara does not have cricket talent.
There's cricket skills. Basketball skills.
So Bulana CC, man, you're telling me that Pele is not a
skilled batsman.
So but he's not a talented batsman. Bulana, so you are saying
anyway.
Brian Bulana CC.
No, we're not moving on.
We're
not moving on
so
from this.
Your way of reasoning is that Brian Lara is not talented at cricket.
I don't care what you are saying.
My
I answered
God.
your question.
So Brian Lara is
You-
not a talented cricketer.
I
can't
answered your
believe what me I
question.
hear.
I answered
Michael
your
Jordan is
question.
not a
What do you
talented
want me to do?
basketball player.
You're saying Diego
You
Maradona
asked
is
me a
not a
question,
talented
I answered
footballer?
your question.
See, stop your rubbish.
You asked me a question and
Yo,
I
look more.
answered the question.
Look more. Me tell you
No,
something.
hold
I
on,
try to
hold
do.
on. Arville,
this
let
is
me answer
I
you.
try too
What
hard.
Boy, this is unbelievable.
You defined what a talent is. You define what a
The
skill is.
ability to
You
do
asked me a
something
question.
well.
You
And
asked me
Pele
a
can play
question.
well. That means
You
Pele a
asked me a
football
question.
talent.
Arville,
Come
Yeah, man,
on.
he's a
give
very
them the source. Give the people them the source for the
Anyways,
definition of talent. Give the
See,
people
the
them
ability
source
to
for the
curl the
definition
ball
of
in the back
skill.
of the net is a
And do
football.
not.
Make we leave it. That's
It's a football talent.
See,
That's
he
it.
said nobody don't have
You know that
talent.
you
What kind of
guys,
foolishness
no, you
is
know that you guys don't listen. You just
No,
talk.
man, we're listening to you. That's why we ask
Then
the questions.
If somebody is talking and you're just
No, but we
but
did
you're
ask a
asking
question.
that
You
I've
said
answered
that there
10
is no
times.
such thing as
You
basketball
asked me a
talent, the boss,
question
and that is
that
rubbish.
I've
But we
answered
have to
10
run.
times, 20 times.
CC, not your
30
best.
times.
CC,
Another
we
bad
gone.
thing.
No, I
Another bad.
understand. So what? No, I just want to know why is it that you're not asking something that I've answered 10 times?
Because we can't believe
Because we are taking
an
back by your
adult
response.
man, there is no such thing as talent, my boss.
It's shocking. That's why we're
Why
repeating
don't
the
you
question.
guys
They don't
answer
understand that. We
CC,
cannot
look
believe-
more here, man.
We
Why
cannot
don't you guys
believe
answer
CC.
question?
Think about it and come back.
Think about it, CC, and regroup and come again.
That this can't, no such thing as talent. Nobody don't have talent. Come on.
Music.
Brought to you by Edge Campaign, so people who dream in color. It's called Why Me by Carlin Davis and Ken Booth.
Done to deserve even one of the pleasures I've known. What did I ever do that was worth loving you for the kindness you've shown? Lord, help me, Jesus, I'm wasting. So help me, Jesus, I know what I am. Now that I know that I needed you, so help me, Jesus, my soul's in your hands. If you think there's a way I can try to repay all I've taken from you, maybe I can show someone else what I've been through myself. On my way back to my wasted time. Help me, Jesus. Now that I know that I needed you, so help me, Jesus. My soul's in your hands. Help me, Lord. Oh yeah, try me, Lord. My soul is in your hands. Why me, Lord? What have I ever done to deserve even one of the pleasures I've known? Tell me, Lord, what did I ever do that was worth loving you for the kindness you show? Lord, help me, Jesus, I'm wasted, so help me, Jesus, I know what I am. Now that I know that I needed you, so help me, Jesus, my soul's in your hands. Lord, help me, Jesus. Lord, help me, Jesus. Jesus, I know what I Jesus, my soul is in your hands. How excellent is your name. Your name is
All right, so that's Colin Davis and Ken Booth. Why me Lord? We haven't done any WhatsApp all day. Let's see what the texters are saying. Huh? All right, here's quite a few.
Excuse me, boss. You have a text message.
It's now time for text messages on the sports desk.
All right, here's the first one. QC, if talent is what you're born with, why then would FIFA arrange for people to be paid for developing the players? I almost can't hear what QC I said to that. The sports desk is promoting back of the class reasoning. Zidane need help. So because ball technique had to be developed, that means he didn't have natural abilities. Better we start listening gospel between
but
1 and 4.
I did say, although he was very talented for that sport, he still had some technical things to develop. And that mistake, text them on.
Teach them CC, people born with special abilities. Them dead. All right. Garvey and Chateau. My God, Euclid, you tried to put up with Garvey and Chateau. Your tolerance wasn't having. Not sure what you're saying. How do you prove someone born with talent or not? I don't think it can be proven on either side of this. I'm lost, Euclid, because aptitude is your God-given talent, and yet you're not born with talent. Aptitude is my God-given talent. What is aptitude? They teach you about the 3 A's. Your aptitude and your attitude determines your altitude. That's just cliches, man. Call it. Good point, Baggio. The Jerkman deserves his props for helping in Bailey's development. Rudolph Speed came on the program the same day and said he used to see Leon Bailey playing on teams for the Jerkman. If Leon Bailey have them as liars, why didn't he ask for a public apology from Speed and the Jerkman from Red Hills Road? This is Shipping Port. Afternoon, gentlemen. Between Mount Salem, Dwight, and QC, I'm struggling to distribute the stupidity today. Although I think QC edge out Dwight. He sounds a little bit more talented today. This is Garvey saying, Zidane, what you mean people don't make money to talk sports? Do you realize people like Stephen A make more to talk than most athletes?
I said, than most athletes, not LeBron James. What, Garvey, what's wrong with you, Garvey? I gave the example of LeBron James. No talk show hosts now make money like LeBron James and Lionel Messi and Steph Curry and these people. And then them say about sport talent and a little plan regular man them like, no, me now use Andre Iguodala. Iman Shumpert, you know. I don't think they must say born with talent, boss. Because them man, they ordinary players. The LeBron James and the Steph Curry, the Michael Jordan and the Shaq, them people, them say born with talent, and them wow them. So them attack. Yeah.
Yesterday, despite being outplayed for the entire game, Inter Milan was able to score 3 goals and had 1 disallowed. Based on that, and the opinion that the Barca defense is brittle, I believe Milan will knock them out next week. This is below average. We got below average. Afternoon, gentlemen. This man, Dwight, talks so nice and is so dunce. Unbelievable. In an effort to protect his imitation goat, Zidane will tell us how many points LeBron had without mentioning 0 and 5 points in games 4 and 5 in the fourth quarter, while taking 2 and 7 shots respectively. He also had only 2 assists in case he wanted to go there as well. Absolute choke job by LeBron.
Is who that?
The person to give a name. Blessed day, SportsX. Zidane, I want you to give back and listen to what you said to Mount Salem yesterday about when Arsenal conceded the goal. If you don't want to, I can send you the recording ASAP. All right, the person didn't leave a name. We go back online. All right, hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, man, it's a physio.
Good afternoon,
Physio. How are you?
It's been a while.
Yeah, I haven't heard from you for a while.
Yeah, man, busy work.
Mm-hmm.
But congratulations to me, of course, didn't lose out again. 3 times in a row. But only team Arsenal to do that twice. So I've made sure to make him know that. So the talent and skill argument, now I'm about.
Is it that a bad thing?
To finish second 3 times in a row?
Yes.
Of course. You lose.
Oh.
No matter if you come second or third, brother, you lose.
Finishing second
but
3
anyway,
times in a row can't be a bad thing, my boss. It's not a negative.
Zidane, you lose the title. You don't have a title.
Yeah, but I'm saying being the runner-up 3 times in a row can't be a negative, my boss. I force me hear that.
No matter try to prove a point.
No, but me not prove no point. But me say Liverpool went many years with them come. Well, listen up, brother. Because I say one thing. I'm just leave you to talk. I'm saying to you, coming 6, 7, 8, like with 5, 6 years in a row, is far worse than finishing second 3 times in a row.
Agree.
But we never used to tell you about Liverpool coming 6, 7 years for multiple years.
Liverpool
stay humble. Stay humble, man.
Brother.
Stay humble, man. That's why they knock you out of the Champions League with a big side in them, boss.
Zidane.
Okay. I should know humble. That's why they kick out on the teeth. No, but me I said the reason why you have your big side this year, I get kicked out of the you're going to win one thing with your big side. Because you dominate the best league in the world. I want to go win one thing. I told you too high.
Zidane, I've won the title that you desperately want.
No man is Champions League. We desperately want to win. We win Premier League 13 times already. We never win Champions League yet.
It's the problem with you. You know, listen, I just think I won the title that you want to win 6 times. The Champions League you're talking about.
Yeah, but I'm saying this season you have a big side and you're going to win one thing. Newcastle kick out your teeth in the cup. You get knocked out by a 5th division club in the FA Cup, and Paris Saint-Germain kick out your teeth.
Then you realize the main same league. I'm gonna kick out your teeth.
What I'm saying to you is that Newcastle kick out your teeth in the cup final. Aside from the 5th division, beat in the FA Cup, and Paris Saint-Germain kick out your teeth.
You realize
hug up that.
January.
Hug up that.
Well, man, you realize January. You have big chat.
Me say.
Oh, we're going to overturn Liverpool.
I said that in January.
And look at them now.
I never said that. No, that is not true. You see me trigger, you know. See, you're telling lies on me. I never said that in January. But Newcastle kick out your team in the cup. And a no-league team kick out your team in the FA Cup. And Paris Saint-Germain.
Zidane, make a move for that, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, so remember I talk about the talent and sports thing. I never listen to an earlier this. Because I'm busy with our clients. So I never hear the first part. But I catch on. I understand the topic so far. CC kind of have a point. But boy, I don't know how CC reasons so. And you kind of mess up yourself.
He has a point with him saying nobody has sport talent.
No, the first part.
Oh,
the second part about basketball, that's a nonsense. Because it is not the word basketball I look for. It is the skills that are it's not the skill. It is the abilities that are required to perform the game, such as like coordination and quick reflexes and agility and them kind of thing there is what make the person the basketball player. But let me flesh out the point first. So talent is something you're born with. It's natural. It's a natural ability that somebody is born with, right? And skill is something where you learn over time. So, for example, you can naturally have agility, speed, coordination. So when it comes to Zidane's stupid point about how Steph Curry is not the kind of tall like Drummond, he's not a skill or a talented basketball player.
I said what? No, my boss.
You try to rebut CC point. Put Steph Curry and
I said to
Drummond.
CC that Steph Curry is a more talented basketball player than many people can jump higher than him. That's what I said.
True. All right, let me agree with that.
Okay.
So that is because Steph Curry have agility and speed, and he have whole heap of coordination that can help him, even though him height deficiency. It give him a negative.
So was Steph Curry born with basketball talent?
Steph Curry was born with basketball talent.
I
Steph Curry got better because of the skills.
So speed and agility are basketball talents?
Repeat?
Speed and agility are basketball talents?
Speed and agility with the ball is basketball talent.
And him did born with speed and agility
with the ball.
The ability to dribble and have good coordination.
He was born with the ability to dribble a ball.
Jesus, Father.
Answer the questions, the man, and stop.
Listen up. You see, skill are where him learn. So the ability to cross over is a skill.
Yeah.
When Zidane said the ability to
and what is the talent?
Curl the ball. The ability to curl the ball in the net, that's not a talent.
Yeah, man. So what is the basketball talent that he was born with?
As me tell you, in quick reflexes.
So is Brian Lara.
Coordination ability.
Brian Lara had those. He never born with basketball. So is Brian Lara.
Bossman, Brian Lara play cricket.
That's my point. So Steph Curry was born with all of the things where you say Steph Curry bond with Viv Richards bond.
Millions bond across the world bond with them.
Those are talents. No.
So everybody are basketball.
So everybody bond with basketball talent.
Zidane and everybody.
But
Most
me,
people
but
gonna-
me carry them something to me, boss.
But you can't do it at a level.
So you're saying Brian Lara was born with the same amount of basketball talent as Steph Curry?
No, not necessarily. It's the level of which they are able to do it. It's what we're talking about.
No man, but you're not about doing anything now. You're talking. You say Steph Curry was born with speed, and that is a basketball talent.
Hold on. So, is Usain Bolt a talented sprinter?
Yes, but a talented basketball.
Hold on. What makes Usain Bolt a talented sprinter?
Because Bolt can run.
Run fast.
Yes,
Not just run.
but a basketball me a talk about now.
Oh, no. Me a talk about Usain Bolt too. So isn't speed with Usain Bolt is what makes him a talented sprinter?
Because sprinting is essentially about
like Usain Bolt. So
physio.
why does Zidane is a talented sprinter?
Physio, listen to what I'm saying. Speed is a sprinting talent. Don't be silly. Speed is in and of itself not a basketball talent.
No.
So the man who born fast wasn't born with basketball talent.
Not at all.
You don't get what me I say?
Yeah, you missed the point.
Well, clearly, yeah.
I missed the point.
The man who born fast is born, you could say he was born with sprinting talent. And I'm prepared, if you were listening, I'm prepared to adjust my point to that. But the man who born can run fast wasn't born with cricket talent.
Basically what you're saying, once you're using a ball or a bat or a racket,
yes,
you're not born with talent.
You're not born with the talent for do them something there.
That's the way I say.
I'm saying that the sports where you use ball or bat or racket, you're not born with no particular ability for them.
You're gonna
learn them something.
I can appreciate that point.
Thank you very much.
I can appreciate that point. I have to look on that point. Then can that point make all the sense real?
Yes. So the speed and them thing there, you're not born for no particular sport with speed and agility and hand-eye. These things are prerequisites that could help you go any direction you want to go.
It can make you go in the end, but it's all right. So you're born.
But those are not talent though.
So you would think say speed and agility is not talent?
No. If you are a sprinter, then speed is a prerequisite for sprinting.
So you believe the excellent coordination is not a talent?
It's not a talent for no particular sport. You don't understand what I say?
For a particular sport.
Right. So you can't say the man is born natural for play tennis because he have coordination.
So you see, so a game like tennis or table tennis or cricket where you use a bat or a racket.
Yes.
And excellent eye-hand coordination.
Yes.
The play was, you know, feel like the man who have excellent eye-hand coordination was born with that.
You know, understand me? I'm saying the man who was born with hand-eye coordination that can help him in table tennis, lawn tennis, boxing, cricket. But I'm saying he was not born for any particular sport.
All right, I agree with that point.
Then how much time I have to say it?
Because you can have those and not be good at any sport, you know.
Me can come and say, that point that makes sense now. Move on now. See that never going on in that.
All right. Well, I wish more people were like you.
No, because them man are not honest. But yeah, I agree with that point still. But Zidane, me I come from my top shelf, like, you see me?
You are. All right, big up. Cool.
All right, so that's physio. Boy, it's nice to see that at least one person hear the reasoning and say, all right, I get what you ask. Back on line. Hello?
Yeah, man.
Correction.
Man.
Wagwan.
Why? On a job hard today, boy.
Job hard most days.
What Fifi say? There's no such thing as basketball talent.
No. He said it's basketball skill.
But no. Michael Jordan is not a talented basketball player at all, boy. Brian Lara is not a talented batsman, boy. That's what CC said on the radio.
I see. I see. The greatest. It's slice bread.
The thing harder than it need to be, brother.
But you
have to appreciate the teacher.
And
Zidane, in our class, you know, all students don't learn at the same speed, you know. So you just have to know how to work with the slow learners. Like Mount Salem. Because me no know what's so hard now what me say yesterday when Mount Salem can understand. You understand? I was simply saying no one is denying the fact that this show we do a lot of debating. What I was saying is when people come here with wrong information.
Yeah, did you say anything about winning arguments?
Huh?
What did you say about winning argument yesterday?
I said this show, though we come here and we basically challenge each other. You understand? It cannot be at the cost that people will go and bring misinformation. And when it is pointed out, they don't come and correct it. That's what I was saying.
We're coming back. Hold the line. We're coming up.
It's not winning an argument at all costs.
We're coming after the break.
Cool.
Caymanas Park, in association with the Recycling Partners of Jamaica, invites you to join us for the Caymanas Community Recycling Day, Sunday, March 13th, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Drop off your plastic bottles and earn rewards. Every contribution counts, no matter how small. Together, we can fight global pollution and build a sustainable future. Stay tuned for more information on our website, caymanasracing.com, and our Instagram and Facebook pages at Caymanas Racing.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, D'Angelo Auto Spears and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
Alrighty then, it's time for Sports in a Minute. Alrighty then, so American tennis player Coco Gauff produced a stunning display to thrash four-time French Open champion Iga Swiatek 6-1, 6-1 and reached the final of the Magic Open. Gauff, 21, had never beaten her Polish opponent on clay before, but took 64 minutes to dispatch the world number 2. American Gauff will play world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka or Elena Svitolina in the final. And that's your Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. D'Angelo Auto Spears and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich Financing.
Paul, I need help with my vehicle cost this year. It's going through the roof. You think I should call Keith?
You're mad. Don't you want a system that easy for you?
Yeah, man.
You want the best price boat here too?
Yeah, man. I bet you want real-time alert and island-wide coverage. Yeah, man. So the smart choice is Hawkeye.
They will give you a free 30-day trial.
Yeah, man.
Hey, tell me something. You ever say anything but yeah, man?
Yeah, man.
Just say yeah, man to Hawk Tracker from Hawkeye. Call us at 926 Hawk. Conditions apply.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Zidane.
Yeah, correction. Back with you.
Yes, Zidane.
Yes, sir.
Boy, look like Ant-Man hear the pundits and say, I will have none of it.
No, Ant-Man wasn't special. Ant-Man wasn't special last night. That I remember. If Ant-Man alone Lakers would have killed him, man. If Ant-Man alone Lakers froze another game about.
Boy, I want to go be here fight again the last night.
No.
You know, me can't understand. I can't understand last night because I watched the game. Why is this? Why Gobert doesn't perform close to this no other time? Because everything
why does it perform more like that?
Yeah, everything. I'm not saying he's going to have nights like this every time, but He seemed to do everything so natural on both ends of the floor last night. I'm surprised that
it's
he
just
doesn't.
one of them nights.
Well,
Just
last night he got help, because Lakers went very small from the start. So he had great length over everybody else who was in around that area. So he got a lot of offensive rebounds and a lot of lob. If another center was there, his size, it would have been more difficult. Yeah.
And they exploited
exactly
Luca's defense. They exploited Luca on the offensive end, especially that he was injured. They basically picked on him at the latter stages of the game. Being a defensive liability.
Gobert was being a monster right through the game,
Yeah, man.
So
The man find a top draw game last night. So the man
Lakers
mash up the prediction there.
Lakers look tired in the last one.
Yeah. Yeah, man. They look drained, man.
What do you think about JJ Redick and coaching? Give me your thought.
And I like it in the series.
Eh?
Even if me no rate he is, me not playing LeBron James so much as center because it took a toll on LeBron James clearly. LeBron James is the most dominant fourth quarter player. One of the most dominant fourth quarter players in the history of basketball, both playoff and regular season. And LeBron James struggles. And this is not a high stakes situation, This is just the first one of the NBA playoffs. LeBron would have seen this many times. While a person with LeBron James be choking in the first round of a playoff, having won 4 finals, 4 MVP, and dominated, one of the most dominant. So clearly, something never right.
What about his rotation?
The rotation, not good as me not like him play connect none at all. Me not understand what he was doing.
The man overused the player then, brother.
Yes.
The man run the people to the ground. Run them one at a time.
Yes.
I said that Luca hands on his knees and him a beg to come out.
Yes.
What? You understand? The man blow the man them radiator, brother.
You see that 24 minutes in a row in the previous game, it took a toll, man. I know this was going up this game, They matter with that 2 days off. Because of 2 days
man.
off.
And the thing about it is when he was asked about it in the press conference, he took offense to it. You understand? And that clearly was a factor in how he rotated the players and not knowing how to give them timely rest. Pull them out of the game timely intervention.
Could part of the reason for not using the roster better, the fact that up until very late in the game, Lakers never get to tie or lead. They were always trailing.
No, but you as a coach, Orville, this is what you are paid to do, manage the game.
Yeah,
you understand?
I'm saying.
Especially having there's a delay in the phone. I don't know why.
No, I am saying the fact that his team for large stretches, I think is at what stage did they tie the game at?
But it's not just one game.
Last night game. The fact that
but that's what I'm saying is not just last. If it was last night, then you could say you could make that argument. But he has done it before. He has done it several times before.
JJ had an excellent season, but in coaching in the series was not up to par.
Right. Yeah. And this comes down to experience. Moving on. So, are you seeing now for the next round? Zidane.
What?
Warriors versus the Ant-Man.
Warriors look like them heading to the conference final because
yes, man. Warriors
a different beast, a different
not just to the conference final. No, they go to the final.
I don't know about that. I'm not so sure about
that. Then we shall see.
I'm not so sure about that. But I don't like how Minnesota look last night. So I kind of worry. I think if them have too much of them stretches against the Golden State Warriors because Golden State Warriors have multiple people who can score on it. But it's going to be a good series nonetheless.
Yeah, man.
Because Julius Randle surprised many in terms of his playoff play. We know he always had talent, but it's the first we've ever seen play this well in the playoffs. So if he can maintain this, Draymond Green is a different ball game though. Then they're in with a shot.
Yeah. It should be a good series.
Yes,
but
it should
as I say, I still have the Warriors heading straight.
And then this Nasri's fellow, my boss. Nasri would start from almost 90% of the teams.
I'm hearing this. The call is not clear at all.
I know, we're hearing you clearly. We're hearing you clearly.
Anyway,
Yes.
Man, get another one.
All right, big up.
Cool.
All right. What we stay now? A star. Back on line. Hello.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
This is Nick.
Yeah, man. One answer.
Be there.
Yeah. Zidane.
Yes.
Orville.
Yes, Nick. What you
say? I want the sport minister to someone, man. You know, why someone live for the sport minister name, someone? You know,
in bad mind.
I know.
That him drop
the lady's a successful lady, you know, so you're not supposed to call lady.
Yes, indeed.
You know, somebody that I remind him, say, I use his rhetoric, you know, so
yes.
I remind him, say, boy, she's successful, so whatever she do, leave her name, don't call her name every day. All right, the next thing now, I'm going to ask you upon that. Orville.
Yes.
Me hear you ask someone a question yesterday. I hope you can hear me good because I'm not driving.
Yeah, man.
Me hear you ask someone his fielding position yesterday. His what do you think is most important fielding position?
Yeah.
And he couldn't answer, right?
No, he couldn't.
No, more and jog your memory a little bit. Do you remember how the argument about bowling position as a fielding position come up? The argument came up as a counter to the wicket keeping fielding position, you know, right?
Yes.
It was a counter to that because you were talking about the goalkeeper in football and stuff as the most important position on the field, so it went to cricket, and you said the wicket keeping position is the most important fielding position.
Yes.
Now, to counter that, I think said person, if I'm not wrong, said the bowling position was the most important fielding position.
Yes.
In which you said bowling is not a fielding position.
Right.
So my point is now, if you ask said man, because they use it as a counter to the wicket keeping fielding position, right? Then it shouldn't be so hard for them to answer that question. Say, what is their most important fielding position? Him should have just say bowling.
Exactly.
Bowling.
Exactly.
Right? But him knows him talking nonsense. So if him say bowling, it's not gonna sound good, so him just change the subject right away.
Right away. You figure it out to a team about.
Yeah, because remember them come up with it as a counter, you know.
Yeah, man.
To the wicket keeping position.
Yeah, man.
Right? So, and I'm gonna use something more one of your senior caller always said, Diego. Just like what you say, if a man can come up with his favorite most important fielding position, and you say your most important fielding position is wicket keeping, then no have nothing to talk about for real.
Yeah. If him can't counter me and then give me fee own.
No.
Then you have to wonder. Especially when it's a person like Dwight who does
excellent
every
point.
day.
Excellent point, Nick.
Yeah, but me find it dishonest when that position was what them come up with for their most important fielding position. So if him believe in that so much, him should have answered the question.
Yeah, man, I agree.
He does it a lot, though, you know. He's not just yesterday, you know. He does it very often.
So, but if I go and listen, and correct himself today, just a while ago, by saying when some caller misrepresent, because yesterday I said when some caller make a mistake, you know, I mean, I consider some of the stuff them what the man them can't say. Sometimes.
Nick, you're breaking up.
Yeah, he said he was dry. I will talk again.
So, yeah, big up on yourself.
Yeah, man, big up. You're breaking up now. All right, we talk.
All right, cool.
All right, we take our final break. On the day, we come back for more.
Paul, I need help with my vehicle cost this year. It's going through the roof. You think I should call Keith?
You're mad. Don't you want a system that easy for you?
Yeah, man.
You want the best price boat here too?
Yeah, man. I bet you want real-time alert and island-wide coverage. Yeah, man. So the smart choice is Hawkeye.
They will give you a free 30-day trial.
Yeah, man.
Hey, tell me something. You ever say anything but yeah, man?
Yeah, man.
Just say, yeah, man, to Hawk Tracker from Hawkeye. Call us at 926 Hawk. Conditions apply.
For all your genuine Toyota, Honda, Nissan, Mitsubishi, Mazda, Suzuki, and Subaru parts, visit Excel Auto Parts, the Auto Parts Hub, located at 95.5 Hagley Park Road. Opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call 923-2356-7 and 757-2357. Civil servants, come and take advantage of our 50% discount all year round. Once you visit Excel Auto, you will come back. Excel Auto Parts, your parts hub.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Time rapidly running out. We go back online. Hello.
Hello, good day.
San Diego.
Yes, it is. And good day to Zidane and your listeners.
Yeah, man. Good afternoon.
Home along. To people like CC, skill and talent, you know, subtle difference between them both.
Yeah, I don't understand how we didn't understand
the
that.
Oxford Dictionary, like I hear somebody even call afterwards and say that is aptitude, that is not talent. Actually, the Oxford Dictionary defines talent as a special aptitude, you know. The talent is a sort of more abstract thing of skill. Skill is usually more practical, you know. Skill is again, the Oxford Dictionary call it dexterity. It's a practical, it's a skill in practice. It's a facility in action. So skill, for instance, Orville speak of baby, you know, born with skill.
Yeah, but
that a baby can walk and can hit a ball out of the ground.
Yeah, but what CC needs to understand that if you're a very skillful basketball player, you're a very talented basketball player.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And yes, talent is in fact a natural aptitude. It's a propensity. It's an inclination, you know. Which is why we have words in our Orville. Like harness. Because a talent and QC again allude to it. Talent that is harnessed, you know, that is harnessed, the correct word, becomes, you know, a great skill. So you can look upon talent as something more abstract than skill. Skill is when you put it into practice. But yes, that talent has to be harnessed. It has to be propagated. It has to be
talent
fostered.
is abstract. Me can look upon a man and know if I'm talented.
Okay.
So why is it abstract? Why can't I look at Brian and say talent?
Because the word aptitude, if we say it is an aptitude, it means it's like something in you know.
No, but you are using the word. Me not use the word.
Yeah.
Okay, Orville, look at batting.
No, you are using with the aptitude word. I'm not.
All right. Look at batting, for instance. Well, that's what my Oxford English Dictionary of thousands of words. That's what.
What does it say?
It justified a special aptitude. Simply just two words it used to define talent.
Special aptitude.
That's all.
But aptitude, what does aptitude mean in that
aptitude just mean you an inclination, a propensity, you know.
No, sir, none of them they are not talent.
Yes.
A special inclination.
Yeah, man, special aptitude. Something
what that
you.
No, man.
That make you do the thing well. All right. For instance, Orville, in batting, the three greatest thing in batting is nothing physical, you know. I think the three greatest thing in batting is vision, with good eyesight, you know, like think of Richard and Brian Lara. Judgment, to judge the line and length of a ball, and pace, and timing. These things that are just more inborn than thing there, you know. Yes, you can practice it and enhance it, but like QC said, it's more inborn. And some people, they could have practiced till dying kingdom come. They can't bat. So, yes. So we have to give respect to you know, there are words in the dictionary, like for instance, okay, you have to know when to play back and play forward. All those things are innate. It's something in one person and not in the next. And you can't explain why. And QC attributed to God. Yes, it's God work.
God make you learn how to play back and to play forward.
God give the person that judgment. It's like driving, you know.
I believe. Let me tell you what I believe.
It's like driving.
I believe.
Different people have different judgments. Just people crash while they drive. Yeah, if you see the thing indicated.
No. Let me tell you what I believe. I don't believe that nobody came out of the womb being able to judge length. I believe that some people, when them start playing, they learn the art quicker than others. But all of us had to learn.
That's why we have a word like enhance. Practice, enhance that initial talent. Which is why they tell you that hard work will make you successful. Yes, you can't just get the talent and sit down on it. So we're not discounting the hard work, the importance of hard work.
All right, I'll give an example as to why.
The importance of culture.
Let me give you an example as to why great eyesight is not a cricketing talent. Daniel, yes, man.
Yes, man. That's a gift from God, man.
Daniel Vittori, I saw him.
Yeah. Wear glasses.
Was one of the best test all-rounders you'll ever see, my boss. He averaged 30. He never have great eyesight. Clearly, he might wear glasses, so my eyesight not great.
I'm good enough. I'm good enough. But to be the best, you really.
No, man. As a low order batsman and the way he bowl him is a great all-rounder.
You know why? Enough of the West Indian player them can't bat well. Spin. Judgment.
No, you can't have the greatest eyesight in the history of eyesight, my boss. I can't play cricket every day and struggle, my boss, because
okay, Zidane, I'm telling you about West Indian cricketers right now, batsmen. Their greatest fault is lack of judgment. You cannot teach till a blue and get the best coach. If they can't,
but you kill one argument. But you kill one argument with the eyesight thing. That eyesight is one of the greatest thing you need, my boss.
Attribute. Yeah, man. Well, I said
so you can have the greatest eyesight and have poor.
So
you have the greatest eyesight and you have poor judgment, my boss, and keep giving away a wicket. You're gonna be a poor batsman.
And you need all of them. And the point to make about jumping, Zidane. Jumping is just one aspect of basketball, you know, one attribute, one attribute. So yes, the man who can jump better will more likely be the better player.
No, sir. No, go, sir.
No, not necessarily. Which is like the more likely.
Oh, okay.
It's just one attribute.
You said more likely.
But it's not a direct correlation that the higher you jump or the better you.
Oh, it helps. It helps. If you acquire the other,
which is why like Dennis Rodman was great.
No, if you acquire the other skill sets, yeah, man, the jumping help in a basketball.
Right. Without Derek Rodman was down on the ground and he was one of the greatest. But you know, in terms of height.
Yeah, but Steph Curry is more skilled than and Kyrie Irving more skilled than half of the money we can jump higher than them.
Yeah, but get here QC again.
All right.
Cool. Easy.
Boy, that talent argument I did a run place about 10 years ago. It are more than that, you know. QC revive it. But a topic where we did come up with already, so me not a problem. Next one, a star. All right, so so we have a few more minutes. I mean, I'm looking at the text and I'm not seeing 2 minutes. So if you all want to make a point to carry us home on the ankle lap, it has been a steady stream of calls. But we have more. All right, we go back. Hello.
Yeah, man. Greetings, gentlemen.
Well, good afternoon, preacher.
Yeah, man. Afternoon. Question. If I say the footballer, there's a talented footballer, and somebody else say, yeah, man, him is a skillful footballer. Are we saying the same things?
I think so.
Me think so.
Because we're using the words interchangeably.
Yes.
Right? And we use the words interchangeably, even though there might be nuanced differences in the words.
Yeah, yes, preacher.
Right?
There you go.
So, if for somebody just go to the dictionary
and look at aptitude,
and pull from the dictionary, they're going to find things like aptitude and blah, blah, blah.
That will throw them off.
Right. But
yes.
in how we speak, in what we're talking about, generally speaking, when we say a ball like a skillful ball, we're saying that he is talented.
Yes. That's exactly what we're saying.
In terms of how we speak, right?
Yeah, man.
No.
When we say Magic Johnson, preacher, is a brilliant passer, my boss. We're talking about him ability to pass, make some miraculous pass, which is a skill.
Developed.
Yes.
Right. right? So he's a talented basketball player, skillful passer of the basketball, blah, blah, blah. All right, let's move away from how we talk now to just strictly what words mean by definition, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a skill is something that you develop over time. A talent based on definition is something that you don't necessarily develop over time, but it's innate. That's by definition. Talent is viewed as
what is the definition for talent?
All right, let me give it to you verbatim. All right, 1 second.
All right, natural aptitude or skill. That's what I'm saying.
Natural aptitude or skill. So the term natural would suggest that it is not something that you would have learned somewhere. You were born with it. It's natural.
I don't believe that there's any natural sporting skill, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
So may have a problem with the use of the word natural.
An aptitude.
Right, but I'm saying if we go by and Orville, you're a definition man when it comes down to
yes, but what do we mean by natural?
That's what I'm saying.
Natural does natural mean birth, born with at birth.
All right. You don't have natural cricket talent.
That's what. Let me give you another example.
Because cricket is a sport that you have to learn.
Would you say babies talk naturally?
Yes.
And may I tell us, depends on what human beings talk naturally.
Right.
And talking is not a skill.
And no. But I'm saying it depends on what you call naturally, because no baby was born. If a child should never hear nobody talk, they would never talk, you know.
All right. So this is my view.
So the word natural has to be exact.
This is my view of it. A person might be more predisposed to certain things based on certain natural abilities that they have. That could be genetic. It could
prefer that.
It could be neurological. Because some people are right side brain people. Some people are left side brain. Some people are more given to mathematical things. Some people are more given to technical things. Some people are more given to the languages and the arts, right? Based on how them brain set up. So you are predisposed to certain things.
You see, even though that preacher, if you're going to get real technical, because a lot of this, you know, is caught up in the realms of the unknown. I would want that, because usually the doctor them tell you this after you already started the thing. What I would want doctors to do is to go into a hospital, decide that baby A is left brain, and therefore will be predisposed when they are here to do certain things. This baby is right-brained and will do certain things. And then we do the tests, not from 8-year-old and work backwards, but starting at birth and working forward.
Well, that's a job for the doctors, and I hope you find some doctors who will take you on. But watch this.
Yes, sir.
You can get 2 8-year-olds, right? And both of them, you're making both of them do the same football drills every day, participate in the same routine every day, one.
I can't cut you right there again, preacher.
Yeah.
You say this thing where you say you expose babies to the same thing. They are never exposed to the same thing, only in theory. My brother and I will live in the same house, raised by the same mother, have the same experiences, and yet some memories that he has, I don't have. So you and I will sit in our maths class for 1 hour, you know, but we don't take the same things from the maths class.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong, Orville.
What am I wrong with?
You had the same exposure, but you left.
No, man, I said we never had the same experiences.
All right,
let me put it to you. You and I go watch a football match.
I never talk about experience, you know. I'm talking about exposure. You are introducing experience. Experience is how you perceive the thing.
Exactly.
Exposure is what you are, what is done. So 2 persons.
So we really never have the same exposure, really, you know.
Yes, you did.
Let me put
exposed to the exact
2 different interests.
Let me put it to you another way. All right,
one may find it more interesting.
Yes, I'm saying the 2 we are put in our class. Your mind lock off, my mind will lock off.
Yes.
Are we exposed really to the same thing? Technically, yes. All right, let me give you one example I've always given to people. You are representing one radio station. I'm representing another radio station. We go to the stadium to watch Jamaica versus Brazil, and we are supposed to write us a summary of the game. Now, what we will get the score right, we will get the scorer or scorers right, and we will get the time, relatively same. But you and I will have different idea of who did what and how well who played and them something there, because although we are at the same game, we are bringing our own individual assessment of what we think good is.
But Orville, that is subjective analysis.
But every analysis is subjective.
But when you're talking about sports and the ability to...
Preacher, I don't think you understand the point, Orville. Maybe not articulate it as
Probably
well.
Not articulate it.
But I understand the point when I make with our preacher. We might both sit in you get 2 5-years and you go in a math class for the first time. Right. You preacher are very focused on what the teacher is telling you, while my brain is thinking about watch cartoon. So you're basically not what the teacher says. So it might seem like we both were exposed to math, and I came up more brilliant. So my brain is great. But me just never interested in learning anything the teacher is
saying.
saying.
You can have those scenarios.
Yes,
those scenarios are real, But you can also have scenarios where 2 people are very interested in the same thing, and 2 people want to accomplish the same thing, and one of them finds that no matter how hard he trades, he can never be as good as another person who even trains less harder than him.
No, but we're talking about when they're adults. Now, what babies we don't.
No, we're not talking about when they're adults. We're talking about when they're children.
Like 5, 6 years old?
5, 6 years
rare.
old.
Those are rare, preacher.
All right. If it is rare,
very rare.
Account for those rare situations.
Very rare, preacher. What we're discussing here is what happens generally.
Generally speaking, people develop skills over time.
Preacher, you see what them call natural aptitude, my boss? Them they're not skills, my boss. They're talking about great eyesight.
Skill is developed over time.
Yeah, man. I'm on the band tall because I'm on the band tall. Me know say, yo, maybe him can be a fast bowler and him. I would like if he get greater bounce on the ball because of him height,
A man might be talented in the sense that him fast, him naturally quick, but he have to develop the skill of going into a drive phase.
Yeah.
And getting up out of the drive.
No, well, the track and field, the sprinting kind of different still, preacher.
Right?
Yeah.
Fair point.
Yeah, man. All right, big up yourself, preacher.
Cool.
Yeah, man, cool. Listen now. I like preachers I call because him explain what generally we consider talent, but he gave the definite dictionary definition. Dictionary definition doesn't apply to sports people. Because I'm telling you, being tall, my boss, is not a talent. That's a natural gift of height, boss. It's not a talent to do anything well. You can be tall and be very ordinary at cricket, football, basketball, everything. No care how you try, you can still be tall. Yeah, so it's not a talent really. It's just an advantage that if you're actually good, it's an advantage to you in the end. It's not a talent. But remember, the 28th of June, big football competition with the park. 15,000 to enter, 200,000 for the winning prize. All right. Join us tomorrow, same place, same time, with it all over again. Until then, have yourselves a great day.
That's the Sports Desk for today. Remember to tune in and participate on the Sports Desk Mondays through to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m.
Praise the Lord and God bless you. This is Archbishop